y'all doing? I'm doing pretty good here. I just finished watching all the movies I got. Okay. Let me get things situated here. You guys have time to do the same. It's gonna take a while before I can get this fully done. Okay, good. Alright. And what about over here? Alright. Looks like we're good to go here. So time to bring up today's question of the day so we have something to talk about. A new skill in an instant and why? That's kind of hard for me to say. Because a lot of the times I just learn as I go a lot of the time. But hopefully this doesn't take too long here. Alright. So before we get through to that, time to take care of things here. Pin. Alright. There we go. Now we take care of this stuff. There. But yeah, a lot of the times I just learn as I go when I need things. Though there's some things that I definitely can't get a grasp on. Simply because they're not within my capabilities. Here. And there. 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 Nothing really to worry about there. Alright. Go black. Alright, so I got everything taken care of over here. So I'm gonna take this chance to get a drink, and then I will get the game up and we can get started. You guys take the chance to do the same. And while I'm away, if you need something to do, be sure to check out today's question of the day. If you don't see it, the command in the title of the stream while I'm live should bring it up, and I will check that when I get back. Alright, I'm back, and it looks like I don't have anything to worry about, so let me get the inputs changed, and then we can get the game up and get started. So I should definitely take that out. Great. And do that. Okay. Funny there, I almost moved my mouse instead. My controller. Alright. And here we are. Good morning, everyone. How are you all doing? I'm doing good. I finished watching the last of the 4 movies I got recently today. So far, I'm glad I got the movies. I didn't enjoy all of them, but I would say that I enjoyed like 3/4 of them, so it was definitely worth a buy there. But now I'm kind of interested in getting through this and seeing how things will end. And I hope you all are too. Wow, this is so fun!
マジでどういう神経してんだ君は。一応、聞こえたらまずいから、しーね。
Seriously, what? It's good. What going on in that head of yours? I want to read that as what's going on in that head of yours. So we'll go with that. It'd be bad if they heard us, so shh. Shh.
よしよし。
Good girl.
ちょっと悪い。
And a bit bad.
学習能力すごすぎるぞ。
Wow, you learn fast. Basically, I just bungee jumped backwards the moment Jamie fired. The rope couldn't be too long because we could end up hitting the cliff, so it was only about 10 meters long. But it was bungee jumping nonetheless. I had prepared the rope during the little time I had after getting the mask. I only had one shot at this, and it actually worked out. With this, God was dead. Great Lord Shinai, Yomotsu Okami, the two-faced god of fear and oppression, was killed by a fitting stage and a decent plot. He spoke his last words for each of the weak, yet good people of Yasumizu. He understood them well and encouraged them to follow a different path. Then he reconciled with the true god, the one given the dirty name of Badger, and passed on the rites. They no longer had a reason to fear the mist, blindly follow the fake laws of the mountain, or kill each other because of some legends. They would never hold the Feast of the Omi Purge again. So, Mission 1, stopping the people of Yasumizu from killing each other in the feast, had been completed. Or so you say, Haruaki. Because we don't know if you succeeded yet or not. Even Shamie, who was so afraid of Great Lord Shinai and God, had literally defeated the source of her fear. I could only hope it fixed her murderous side, too. Anyway, the sun had sunk. We had to move before it was completely dark. I switched to the other rope I had here and went down to Saranaga. Alright, we'd made it down, but what was I to do with Mako? Considering the story I made up, I couldn't bring her with me. Alright, I'd just make her wait.
メイコちゃん、この後しばらくそこの岩の陰で待っててもらえるかい？
Mako-chan, can you wait for me behind this rock?
どれくらい？
Yeah, how long?
2、3時間かな。寝ててもいいけど、他の人が来ても出てきちゃダメだよ。
2 or 3 hours. You can sleep if you want, but if someone comes, don't come out.
お腹すいた。
Okay, but I'm hungry.
岩陰のバッグにあるものは全部食べてよろしい。お菓子はまだたくさんあるぞ。いつもはダメだが、今日は特別だ。
You can eat anything in that bag there. There's lots of sweets there. You can't eat them all normally, but I'll let you do it this time. Ah, yay! She ran off, and I turned around.
来やがったか。なんつう霧だよ。10歩先も見えやしねえ。
She's here this time, huh? What's our Danganronpa girl doing this time, though? I should say that she's a sheep. You're here, man. This mist's crazy. Can't see anything 10 steps ahead.
羊さん、
Sheep? No, sheep.
茶番は終わりだっつったよな。あ？
You said the act's over, didn't you?
ああ、お待たせ、みつじ。
Yeah, sorry for the wait, Mitsuji.
なんだったんだよ。一連の茶番はよ。
What the hell were you trying with that? With the act anyway.
いや、別れた彼氏を謎の方法で追ってきたんだと思って、全力でスルーしようかと。
Well, I thought you missed your ex and tried to chase after me in a weird way, so I figured I'd just ignore ya.
聞くだけ無駄だった。てめえはそういうやつだよ、春明。
No point in asking, huh? That's just the kind of guy you are, Haruaki.
君はいつも有言実行だよね。
So you're as good as your word, huh?
こんなのは無理なんだいっつんだよ、バカ。
I'm saying it's a waste of effort. Behind her, there were 3 rubber boats with oars.
これからどうすんだっけ？
So, what's next?
これから半ば放心状態の一団がやってくるから、適当に神様っぽいことを言って誘導して適当な宿泊施設に保護。
A group acting all dazed is gonna come down. Is gonna come here soon. Tell them something godlike and keep them safe in some lodging place.
後半はいいけど前半は何なんだよ。
The latter part's fine, but what's with the former?
まあ迷信とやり合うための方便ってやつさ。君だってある程度ここがそういう場所だって分かってるんだろ。
Just play along with their superstitions. You know a thing or two about what kind of place this is, right?
まあな。めんどくせえ。
Yeah, what a pain.
あのコンビニ店員のノリはやめときなよ。一応言っとくけど。
Just so you know, you shouldn't act like you did as a convenience store worker.
ありゃ相手がてめえだからやったんだからな。いくら俺でもあんな非常識じゃねえっての。
I was only like that because of you, not even I'm that unreasonable. Oh my gosh.
プレイだったのか。
So it was some kinky stuff, eh?
マジで殺すぞ。
I'll fucking kill ya. Ha ha ha.
君の能力とかバックグラウンドとか後ろについてる組織だとかそういうのは当然聞いていいんだよね。
I can ask you about your powers, background, and the organization backing you, yeah?
まあもう会うことはねえし聞かなくても問題ねえだろ。
Well, we're never meeting each other again, so there's no point, really.
そう言って別れて2週間くらいで再会したでしょうが、あれ何なの？もしかして本気で偶然？
That's what you said the first time we broke up, yet here we are. What was that anyway, an accident?
偶然だと言いたいとこだが、まあ縁ってやつかもしれねえな。
Yep, is what I'd like to say, but there's a bond between us and all that.
本気で言ってるのか？
You being serious?
ああ、世の中そういうもんだからな。
Yeah, that's how the world
本
is.
気の蜜汁ほど信じられるものはない。信じよう。
There's nothing more more reliable than a serious Mitsuji. I'll believe you.
本気っぽく見えるてめえほど信じられないものはねえけどな。
And nothing's more unreliable than a serious looking you. We laughed.
で、そろそろ真面目な話しよっか。
Anyway, let's get
もう
serious.
すぐ俺は黒幕に捕まるぞ。
I'll be caught by the loop's master soon.
まだ耐えてたの？
You were still bearing it?
まだってなんだおい。こっちは必死に時間稼いでるつもりなんだぞ。
What the hell? Of course I am. I'm working hard to buy you time.
なるほど。なるほど。だから何もなかったのか。OK。めちゃくちゃ助かった。
I see. So that's why nothing happened. Thanks, you helped out a lot.
じゃあなおさら急がなきゃだ。
Guess I have all the more reason to hurry.
まあ一応気をつけろ。
Well, do be careful.
なんか君には父に赴く時を見送られてばかりだな。
It feels all you do recently is send me to my death. Yep, she has. And I'm kind of curious right now why they didn't show Rikako at this moment, because I know I said I kind of suspected her, at least to the highest probability, of being behind this. And so with her not showing up, that kind of means that I am right. Like, sure, they could have just skipped over her narratively, and she might be coming with the people to the boat like Haruaki thinks that she will, but I'm not too sure of that. I think that they already know that Rikako's the one that's behind all of this.
Shichi って
Death.
まあさっきは助かったから次も助かるな。
Well, you helped me out just now, so I hope that doesn't change.
いいから無事に帰ってこい。別に迎えはしねえけど、死んだら後で目覚めが悪い。
Just go back already. I ain't gonna welcome you. But if you die, I'll have trouble sleeping.
了解。まあ生きてたら一歩入れるよ。
Roger that. I'll try to survive.
いや、考えてみたら、てめえが死んだらどのみちゲームオーバーだから、別にいらねえ、連絡。
Now that I think about it, your death means game over for all of us, so I really don't need you to say anything. She says that, huh? Trying to be all tense here, but he doesn't necessarily have to live to end things either.
ひどいな。やれやれ。まあ
Hey, Mira. How is the Squid Games challenge going? Let's see. That's mean. Oh well, I'll just go.
まずは神様を殺したんだってか？
You killed a god first, huh?
ああ次こそ君の要件。
Yeah, now I'll be doing your job.
泣き戻りの黒幕とやり合ってくる。
I'll kill the master of the loop. Mission 2, I had to deal with the master of the loop who wanted the monster's resurrection. This one... you would want to learn how to do voice acting, huh? Well, that's not a bad idea. But of course, a lot of the anime companies have their dubbing studios here in the States. I'm not too sure if Blue Water is still active or who else is there in Canada that does dubs. I don't think Bang Zoom Entertainment is up there though. Or were you thinking of trying to get in with Disney as a voice actor? Let's see here. Alright. Let's see. This one didn't need as much preparation or acting as the first one. All the info I gathered over the loops was enough to make me certain by now. I just had to face the person one-on-one and be completely honest. That was easy. But the person was the problem. I'd probably be walking on a fine line here. I had no idea how well my thoroughness, guts, and veracity would hold up against the enemies. And once the final mystery was revealed, I wasn't sure I'd have what it took to properly retaliate. It was something I'd have to consider at that moment. I had to do it.
頼んだぜ、春秋。
I'm counting on you, Haruaki. I got up on the cliff again and hid near the graveyard. The mist was dense and I couldn't see much, but I was used to it, so straining my eyes helped a lot. I soon saw the people of Yasumizu absent-mindedly make their way down Saranaga. Everyone besides the old wolf guy was there. Good. After confirming that, I went to the plaza. He was standing alone in there.
逃げも暴れもしないとは意外ですね。
You didn't run or go wild. Oh, I'm impressed. And I'm impressed that he's waiting for us here to be prepared for beating. 'Cause that's what he deserves.
いいですよ。そんなふりはしなくて。
It's fine, drop the act.
本来あなたの仕事でしょう。こういう例外的な逃亡の阻止は。
It's your job, isn't it? Taking care of such escapees, I mean.
てめえと話したくてな。
Wanted to talk to ya.
ふりをやめてくれて助かります。手っ取り早く済ませましょう。
Please stop the act, it'll make things easier.
てめえ何者だ。
The hell?
同類ってのはわかんだけどよ。
The hell are ya? I can tell you're like me. Well, buddy, I'm your worst nightmare. That's who I am.
荷車の手のもんにしちゃわけがわからね
But it doesn't make sense to think you're with the Migurama.
え。じゃが
However, he was putting his hands into his clothes to take out a weapon, surely. Unfortunately for him, I already knew his cards.
俺の砦をようも崩してくれた。
You destroyed my
お
fort.
前はてめえでつけっか。
You destroyed my fortress. I'll get even by killing ya.
僕はあなたの弟子ですよ。
I'm your disciple. Disciple? Should have just said I'm your worst nightmare.
まあ面倒なので説明は省きますが、あなたがいなければ僕はみんなを助けることはできなかった。
Well, I won't get into the details, but basically without you, I couldn't have saved them.
それに報いて生かしてやろうって言ってるんです。このクソじじい。
I'm saying I'll let you live because of that, you old fart. His eyes were filled with a silent anger.
まあ60年だか前の事件を今さら蒸し返しても警察も困るでしょうし。
Well, the police probably don't know what to think about an incident from 60 years ago. Plus, with this being Japan, they've probably got a statute of limitations in place. I'm not too sure if they rescinded it here, rescinded it over there in these times. Like they have kind of here in the States where murder doesn't have a statute of limitations, but at the time frame of this story and such, they probably do.
あなたが心を入れ替えてちゃんと安水を守る気を持つならこのまま生かしておいてもいいでしょう。
And if you have a change of heart and decide to protect Yasumizu, there's really no problem in letting you live.
随分と大冗談じゃねえか。
Don't act big with me. We're letting you off easy, old man. Otherwise, I would be more than willing to do you in.
荷車は廃れますよ。
The Migurama will start to crumble.
あ
Huh?
今日は何も起きない。今後霧が立っても一切何も起きない。なんならいいことがあるかもしれない。
Nothing will happen today or in any other missed appearance that follows. That means there might be something good in store for this
あ
place.
なたの仕事も隠れ家ももうありません。水路もすべて 表にさらされるから。
Your job and hideout will be gone. They'll find out about the waterway.
さらに、安水の住人も、もうあなたを、ただのボケ老人とはみなしません。
And the people of Yasumizu won't ever see you as just senile.
何の証拠で。
What proof do ya?
さっき気づきませんでしたか？あの場には、銃を持った人間が2人いた。
You didn't realize there were two people with guns back there. I wonder, are there really people there? Or is he just bluffing with the old man right now? Either way, I wouldn't have too much of a problem with it. But it's just that kind of intrigue that's got me.
ちえみ以外のもう一人は、ずっとあなたを狙っていた。あなたが暴れた時、至近距離からあなたを殺すために。
The one who's not Chiemi was aiming at you all this time so they could kill you from up close.
あなたは猛録した。あなたが人を殺せるのは、霧の中で、狼装束を着て、神の意を借りて、やっとだ。
You're old, you can only kill people in the mist while wearing a wolf outfit and using the authority of God.
今、あなたが僕に切りかかっても、僕はそれを余裕でかわし、転ばせ、踏みつけて、殺すことができる。
If you charge at me, I can easily dodge, get you on the ground, step on you, and kill you.
そうなるとせいぜい、不意打ちしかできなくなるって言うんですよ。しびれ薬でも飲ませるとかしないと。ね。
You can only beat me with a surprise attack or by spiking my drink with a numbing drug.
でももう、それも無理です。あなたがここに居座っても、住人たちはあなたに心を許さない。
But you can't do that now. Even if you stay here, the locals will be wary of you.
ここはもう、あなたの砦じゃない。
This is no longer your fortress.
あとは皆に頭を下げて、死ぬまでかくまってもらうか。それとも、東京のつて高を頼るなり、どこに
I like this. No, you either have to bow to them and have them protect you until you die, or call your Tokyo contact and go elsewhere. And this is kind of funny. I know, he told us about this, but in this iteration, he did not tell us, so I'm thinking that he's gonna be surprised. Even though we kind of revealed all that we knew, thanks to Haruaki being in disguise and acting like God. So I wonder how he's gonna react here.
どっちかを選びなさい。
One of the two.
つまらねえことになったな。
This sure got boring. How so, old man?
十分楽しんだでしょう。あなたは。
You had plenty of fun, didn't you?
いや、最後にもう一人。
No, I'll have a bit more. He.
よけてみ、わけえの。
Dodge this, young'un. He raised his blade, took an unexpectedly fast step towards me, then tripped.
だから、言わんこっちゃない。
I told you.
ああ。滑った担当が、口から脳天に突き刺さって即死、ですか。
Oh boy, his dagger went through his mouth and into his brain. Oh my. So he kinda got a skull piercing, huh?
天網開会ってやつなら、もっと苦しい死に方にして欲しかったな。希代の悪人の最後としては。
If heaven's judgment is slow but sure, then I wanted and him to die more painfully. This death doesn't suit a villain like.
草が結ばれてる？誰だ？こんないたずらやったのは。
The grass is tied. Whose prank is this?
その誰かには、一応感謝しておこう。罪悪感を持たれてもあれだから、ほどいておくか。
Whoever it was, they have my thanks. I don't want them to feel guilty though, so I'll undo it. Anyway, I was satisfied with the result. I thought about this and that, but as long as he was alive, he'd have always been a danger to someone's life. That was all he'd done his whole life, and it was best to accept his death for what it was. Leaving his corpse, I went off where I had to. Of course, he wasn't the one in charge of the dream, so he wasn't my real target. Extra mission, get rid of the latent threat, the violent old man. Completed. Mission 2, dealing with the master of the loop who wanted the monster's resurrection, would begin now. Not in the dining hall or back home, huh? Then maybe here? The culprit's plans must have changed badly because of Mitsuji's hard work.
こんばんは、リカコさん。
Good evening, Rikako-san. She was right there.
あなたは、どなた？
Who are you?
いいですよ、そういうのは。
No need for
ご
that.
存知なんでしょう？全部。
You know everything, don't you? Ah, so he figured it out too. And I'm not surprised here, but it's still gonna be interesting how this unfolds.
不妻子、春明様、
Haruaki Fusaishi-sama.
お待ちしておりました。
I have been waiting. The two acquaintances who'd never met exchanged a greeting. It was a very normal greeting, but that was what made it warped and strange.
そりゃ、光栄だな。
What an honor.
でも、こんな形では
But I did
な
not.
かっ
But I did not want this.
た。何も知らぬまま、夢の中に
I
遊
wanted
んで
us.
おいて。
I wanted us to play within. I wanted us to play within the dream.
あの羊は仕留めました。
I caught the sheep.
ご心配なく。彼女はただ夢に触れる手立てを
Oh, you did, huh? How was your
手に
shower?
入れられた。ただそれだけのこと。
That. See, back to this. No need to worry, I simply took her ability to influence dreams. That is all.
再び蘇る円環の中では、彼女は無力なる観客として指をくわえていただきましょう。
Yeah, well, of course she's creepy because she's the mastermind behind everything. So let's see here in this. Within the raising loop, she will become nothing but a powerless observer.
否定は、しないんですね。
You're not denying it?
あなたが、すべての黒幕だということの。
That you're behind everything? Hehe.
先ほど望まなかったと申しましたが、
I just said I did not want this. I just said
喜んでおります。
I just said and I did not want this, but I am unexpectedly happy about this.
春明様がそこまで私を知り、幾万の夜と命を賭して
Haruaki-sama,
ここに至ってくださったことに
Haruaki-sama, you know me so well and spent so many nights and lives just to get here.
長き宴の末にこのような日が来ようとは
I had never
思いも
ex-
しておりませんでした。
I had never expected for this eternal feast to bring me something like this.
なればこそ知りとう存じます。春明様、
Thus I wish to ask you, Haruaki-sama,
どのように知られたのですか。私が
how
全て
did you
の糸を主君と
How did you find out that I pull all the strings? I'm interested in how we figured it out too. The only reason that I could guess it was because the monster only showed up when she survived. But let's see what he has to say.
え、だってあなた、さっき全員が揃った場でいなかったじゃないですか。
Huh? Well, I mean, you weren't there when everyone came. Everyone came. That doesn't answer the question, though. Haruaki, of course she didn't come, but that's not enough to say anything.
それだけですか。
Is that it?
いや、違いますけどね。
No, not really.
お聞かせください。どのように私を
Please
つかむのかを
Please tell me, how did you discover me? Well, that's a good question. The only other thing that would make you suspicious, Rikako, is how you went up to him so easily on the other loops when you weren't supposed to have met him. She'd gone back to the heart of the matter. She'd probably punch me if I'd said something like, "You're a spider, of course you're pulling the strings." I'd take it seriously. Of course, there were things I didn't understand. Or more like, I understood because I didn't understand them, though that was kinda complex. It was the spider. The Uematsu guardian and symbol, the spider. Japan had no faiths that revered them. The other guardians had archetypes that were clearly related to mountain religions, even the wolves. The spider, however, wasn't. The Shinai faith was a religion created to control, just like most other religions. Thus, there was no room for it to include anything without a clear origin. In fact, it was completely unlikely that a family of prostitutes would use the Jorogumo, a term for orb weavers, as their messenger. After all, that was a yokai, not a god. Though the difference between them was minimal, but gods still needed to gather faith. In other words, Jorogumo, Ogumo, and all that were just anomalies, strange incidents that could appear anywhere. unless they garnered faith from the locals for many years, were accepted and could live beyond just words. They weren't gods. However, the Uematsu actually had no divine authority despite controlling the most mystical section of the Shinai faith. This was strange. Of course, the Uematsu had a weakness in that people looked down on them because of their nature. However, the amount of suspicion, cruelty, and harshness directed at you was just unnatural. And that was despite being a good person most of the time, unlike Kiyonosuke-san. I wondered why the Uematsu had divinity in the Shinai faith, too. That was when the spider archetype came to mind and turned my question into suspicion. The Uematsu, the spider, might have been some sort of an exception in the Shinai faith, an unnatural entity. It seemed to me that the spider's god could be an outsider that didn't fit in with the mountain faith. The ritual to take in the corruption could have easily been the secret centerpiece behind the whole faith, no? It was a miracle that could cure everything after all. It was something that any new religion would kill to have. Imagine all the adherents they could gain. And if it was the real deal, any cult or dogma with weird origins would forcefully add it into their teachings. That wouldn't have been weird, right? The historical documents proved that many outsiders had come to help create the Shinai faith. Some might have been people from some shrines that wanted to take the snake, monkey, or crow for themselves. Then they also might have given themselves authority by putting their symbols in their teachings. The current village heads might have been the descendants of such people, though that could have been a stretch. Now, who was to say that the Uematsu ancestors didn't enter the settlement during this time and ram their symbol into the religion? Heretics who believed in a warped god. It was included in the religion, but only on a surface level. The truth behind it had been hidden by the Uematsu and wasn't included. That made everyone here unconsciously feel that there was something unnatural, something wrong about them. Thus, they were looked at with scorn, and that was probably why they could take the disorderly profession of prostitution as their family trade. Though that was just an assumption, you could tell me if I was wrong later. Next, it was time for doubts about her as a person. I'd experienced the looping phenomenon. At first, I thought it was something that happened once I'd died. But then I realized that wasn't right. I'd keep my base as a secret, but I realized a few things once I'd thought about the loops that happened without my death. For example, there were loops that happened without me having any memory of dying. I underestimated it, thinking that it was only because of some memories, especially ones of your death, weren't saved properly. However, there were definitely loops that happened without me ever dying. It was just the general image of the loop that gave me the idea that the missed death and rebirth were linked, making me assume that I must have died. When I thought of it like that, I'd started thinking that the loop happened not with my death, but with the dream's master. That was the opposite of how it usually was in such scenarios. Normally, the master's death meant the end of the loop, but most people had died many times within all this looping. Looking at it that way, the loop should have stopped a long time ago. The master should have died, yet the loop didn't end. Thus, I began believing that the death of its master activated the loop. That would make sense. After all, they could try it again if they messed up. They could instantly take full advantage of the looping as I'd first thought I had. Of course, it was possible that the culprit was in a safe spot far away, like Kami Fujiyoshi or just the mountains. That would make them impossible to reach, but they could reach this place all they wanted. Of course, the Migurama observed Yasumizu from a distance, so they could have done that easily. However, there was something strange. I'd seen so many deaths, but there was one person whose corpse I'd never seen. It was Mako. No matter the route, I had seen her final moments. That made her really shady. She'd seen that ending once, though, so I figured it wasn't her. She didn't know of the conspiracy. But there was someone else who seemed shady. It was you, Rikako Uematsu. I'd only seen your corpse once when it was supposedly all over, but you were hanged in the hall. I'd looped soon after. Well, I tried killing myself then, but looking back at it, the mists were already there before I fell. The looping was strangely linked to the mist. For all I knew, I might have looped without actually dying. Besides that, I'd never seen any of your corpses. You were the only one who'd left the game in unusual ways. The chief example of that was the Yomobito transformation. You'd gone insane and been locked in, but you'd stayed alive to be alive, right? Even if your madness was real, it should have been possible for you to survive inside your house for a few days. If that was just some sort of act, you could have drank some water or hidden some food for yourself to survive. Well, I didn't think it was a complete act, but even so, your actions were strange. The reality that you took in the corruption of the feast actually made my suspicions for you all the more certain. The Yomobito transformation was just you taking Chiemi Serizawa's murder penalty for her, right? That had to have been impossible. After all, the Feast of the Yomi Purge was an artificial killing spree run by the Migurama. It wasn't something that could be cured by your ability. However, if there was someone who knew about the cameras, the Eye of Migurama, and was capable of asking for something like that, someone who could bend the rules like that without undermining the Shinai faith, then the Migurama would readily accept their wish to die instead of the actual rule breaker. There had also been one time you told me to run. Had you expected for your desire to succeed for the same reasons? While thinking that you looked a bit shady, I had found even more proof of that. If the culprits were really the Migurama, like I'd said before, they were surely observing this moment too. They could use their safe position to easily press their loop button or something. I'd considered that the culprit had watched it all from the mountain with clairvoyance or something, then reset everything at certain times. But the culprit seemed too naive for that. Anyone who watched enough would easily understand that I'd kept my memories. They would recognize me as dangerous and take care of me. That meant that the culprit had to have the perception of a normal human. Thus, to make something happen in Yasumizu, it had to be someone in Yasumizu. You being the culprit would also explain why you prepared Mako a separate place. After all, you knew that the mist was coming. And lastly, you'd said this.
もし明日会えずとも
Even if we don't meet again
いずれま
tomorrow,
たいずれのせいでより穏やかなせいで
let us meet again in a different
ます
life.
よ
Let's meet again in a different life, hopefully a more peaceful one. That wasn't right, was it? The Shinai faith either denied or forbid resurrection. That was why they said, rise not. It was forbidden for something to go to Yomi, then come back. Someone who could say that was either part of a different faith or knew about the loops. I turned out to be right on that. One more thing.
きっかけはわかりません。あの日、墓毛越しに春明様を一目見たその時から
I do not know what started it, but after seeing you through the shadow of the leaves that day, this was a mistake that I'd made several times myself. You'd said something based on memories of an event from a previous loop. I did think you were extremely careful in that regard, but you weren't above slipping up. You'd said those words in the timeline where I'd moved to Yasumizu. When we'd first seen each other, or then you were behind a rock, one of the Okiba at the entrance to Yasumizu, not behind some leaves. And well, that was the day after I'd crashed and ended up in Jamie-chan's room. Our very first meeting, right? You also had memories of the loop. Oh, memories of the loops. From your perspective, did you have any other reason to hide that besides the fact that you were the one behind all this?
以上です。
Is that all?
ええ。不足ですか？
Yes, not enough?
いい。十分です。
No, more than enough.
私は、先ほどあなたが、ここに現れるまでは、
Up until you
何
were
が起きているやら、混乱するばかりで、
up until you arrived here, I was very confused about what was happening.
私がずらした、夢の始まりが、私の許しなく、二度も揺り戻された。
The start of the dream which I had shifted.
躍起になっておりました。
The start of the dream which I had shifted twice had been returned twice without my permission, and I desperately wanted to fix that.
そもそも、あなたや、芹沢様が、夢に変化をもたらす理由も、
In fact, I did not.
何もありませんでした。
In fact, I did not know the reason why or have certainty that you and Serizawa-sama had been changing the dream.
ただ、あなた様の、僕がもうやったという、
Though
だ
I
から
did consider
考えていたのですよ。
Though I did consider the possibility when you said that you had already tried it. I knew I shouldn't have said that lightly.
そうなら、あなたがなぜ記憶を保っているなら、
If it was true and you
素
some,
敵だろうと。
if it was true and you somehow retained your memories, I would have been really happy.
繰り返す宴の中、自分たちだけが思い出を分かち合えるとなれば、
We would repeat the feast while we continued to gain new
女
memories.
性は、そういうのが好きですね。
Women like that kind of stuff, huh?
愛のみにて死ねる生き物ですから。
We are creatures that can only die for love.
特に植松の娘はね。
Especially us, the Uematsu. They sold love and lived by feeding off of it. That didn't make
あな
sense.
たが愛を語るのは、奇妙だ。
It's strange to hear you speak of love.
あ
Why?
なたの神は、怨念の神だろ
Your god is one of grudges.
そこまで知っておいでで。
You know that
う。
much?
消去法ですよ。
By process of elimination,
あれ
yeah?
だけの奇跡を起こせながら、真意を感じさせないほど廃れた存在。忘れられた、雲の神たり得るもの。
It created so many miracles, yet its divinity went unrecognized because it was wretched. The spider god is forgotten.
植松家は、土雲だ。
The Uematsu are the Tsuchigumo.
この国の精神上の始祖である、天津神の血族に滅ぼされた、芦原の中津国の土着の民の末裔が、あなただ。
You are a descendant of the indigenous people of Ashihara and Sukuni, who were destroyed by the ancestors of this country, the Amatsukami lineage.
その象徴するものは、太古の現在。この国の民が、心の底の底に秘めた、最初の罪に対する罪悪感。
Its symbol is an ancient interoriginal sin. The guilt for this sin lies deep within everyone in this
今の
country.
自分たちの繁栄を、大昔の虐殺の上に打ち立てておきながら、それさえ忘れていることへの危機感。
Our current prosperity was built on a huge massacre from long ago, and most have forgotten it, so they feel in danger.
この国全体を覆っている、薄い、しかし致命的な、呪いめいた感情だ。そして、感染者の母数が多すぎる。
It was a weak but fatal curse-like feeling that engulfs this whole country, and those infected by this are too
具現化
numerous.
すれば、国を滅ぼすような天変地異を起こしかねないほどに。
If materialized, it could create a catastrophe that could destroy this whole country.
それが夢の中で、抽象的に表現されたのが、あの化け物、ってところでしょうか。
In the dream, that was abstractly represented by that monster,
お
right?
見事ね。
Well done. She smiled bewitchingly and applauded me. This wasn't the silent, bashful Rikako-san from before. This was an entrancing, shameless Uematsu, her mask as a prostitute. No, I didn't know which one was the mask at this point.
そう。私たちは、その身に夢の土雲を宿した怨念の一族。
Indeed, we are a grudge-soaked clan that let the Tsuchigumo of dreams inhabit this body. She'd been acting bashful while hiding this sentiment in her heart.
その悲願、ヤマトの民の皆殺し。
Our desire is the death of all people of Yamato. With that as her sole goal, she praised the devotion and sacrifice of the people of Yasumizu and used
一
them.
度は叶ったその悲願を引き戻した。あの羊と春明様のことを
You and the sheep who'd once reversed the fulfillment of this desire are both detestable and lovable.
どういうことかわかりませんね。憎みなさいよ。
I don't know what you mean, hate me.
あなたはすでにあそこにたどり着い
You'd already arrived
た。
there.
だからあなたの記憶をその時点で止めてそれ以上のことを思い出さないようにしてしまえば
Thus, if I stop your memories at that point and make it so you don't remember anything
あ
else,
なたは確実に同じ結末にたどり着いてくれる
you will surely reach the same ending. I couldn't deny that.
むしろ愛しくて愛しくてたまらない
When that happens, oh, I actually love you so much I can't bear it.
愛しきあなたにこのように赤裸々に全てをさらけ出せる機会をくれて
I have to thank you for giving me a chance to bear myself to you in such a way. And I want to toss you over into Saranaga, Rikako.
私の身も心も今とても
My
喜
heart
んで
and
お
mind,
ります
my heart and mind are so happy now. The sun switching tone and the content of her words made me dizzy. To me, she was actually more enchanting, adorable, and beautiful than
あ
ever.
なたが愛しいのは野望を叶えてくれる存在ってだけでしょう。
You only loved those who help you fulfill your desire.
いいえ
No.
雲は貪欲よ食べられるものはみんな愛しいわ
Spiders are greedy. We love all that we can eat.
ではないの本当に愛おしい
I'm not being contradictory. I really do love
ヤマ
you.
トの民は憎いけれどそれすらもはや愛おしい
I hate the people of Yamato, but even that is lovable at this point.
彼らをすべて焼き滅ぼしてこの腹の中に収めたい
If I get to burn and consume them all, oh. She rubbed her abdomen.
そこで皆を地獄の気楽の夢へと誘いましょう
I would call them all to a dream of hellish joys.
教えの官能に泣き叫ぶ一億の御霊を末永くとろかし慈しみお手遊びましょう
I would melt, love, and play with the 100 million accompanying me without end.
だから私は本当に
So I
愛してい
really,
ます
so I really do love everyone. The spider's archetype was the Great Mother. That was what this reminded me of.
とりわけ
Especially you. She suddenly looked away like she was bashful. The situation was abnormal, but the gesture was one that could shake the core of any man.
わからないですよ。理解できない。
I don't understand. This is beyond me.
わかるわいずれ
You will understand eventually.
ご存知なのでしょう
You are aware, aren't you?
夢の土雲が復活する条件
Of the conditions to bring back the Tsuchigumo of
わか
dreams?
りませんよ。
I
あな
don't.
たの目的はあの化け物の復活。
Your goal is the resurrection of that monster.
そのために読み意味の宴を繰り返す。意味不明だ。
but I have no idea why you have to repeat the feast for that. Well, I and the rest of us know that it was her survival, but that's not enough to go on. It was just her survival as one of the conditions. Since that's the only way it showed up the last time.
事実、その2つには直接的な関係は全くない。
There's literally nothing linking the two.
ただ、怪物が復活したあの瞬間だけ、宴の結果に極めて特殊な条件が発生していたのはわかる。
All I know is that the moment the monster awakened happened under very special circumstances.
霧が出た時点で休みずにいた藤吉村住人の全員があなたを除き死亡していたということ。
By that I mean that all the Fujiyoshi people who were in Yasumizu in the mists were out had died except for you.
あ
Oh.
あ、そこまで気づいて。
You noticed that much? I knew
も
it.
しこれがあなたの目的なら、あなたがこんな異様で持って回った陰謀を起としたことには、なるほど。
If that was your goal, I could understand why you planned this complicated roundabout event.
植松家には大量殺人を行える権能など存在しない。
The Uematsu have no way of killing many people.
シンバ、一人や二人殺せても、あなたの細腕では絶対に目的を遂げることはできない。
Even if you killed one or two, you couldn't complete the job with your frail
そ
arms.
の上、植松家は休みずで敬遠、または嫌悪されている。あなたは宴を生き残れない。
There's also the fact that the Uematsu are shunned, so you can't survive the feast. Yes, yes.
だから殺し合いの機会を利用する。うまくいかなければ何度でもやり直す。
That's why you use the time period in which they kill each other, and if you fail, you restart.
ああ、そこまでは分かりましたとも。
Yes, I know that much. That was where the final secret lay. It pissed me off, but I had to ask her directly.
しかし、分からない。土雲の復活に関わる伝説上の根拠なんて、安水にも上藤吉にもどこにも転がってない。
But I don't understand. There's nothing in the legends linking the Tsuchigumo's revival with Yasumizu or Kami Fujiyoshi.
そもそも狼と土雲は無関係だ。である以上、陰謀の正体とは宴を利用した大量殺人と考えるしかない。
There's no relation between the Okami and Tsuchigumo either. All I can think of is that this is a massacre that utilized the feast.
それでも藤吉村の人間がなぜ犠牲になるべきなのかわからない。
However, even so, I don't understand why the people of Fujiyoshi had to be
日
sacrificed.
本の民として安水の住人が何人死ねばいいとか、そんな話かもしれないと思わなくもなかった。でも
I thought it might have had something to do with the amount of Yasumizu Yomi people who died, but that didn't add
上
up.
藤吉の人間である野里清之助氏が宴に招かれた理由がわからないからだ。
That doesn't explain why Kinosuke Nasarushi had been invited to the
な
feast.
ぜ彼だったのか。彼の属性ゆえか、ただの頭数なのか、それとも
Why him?
彼という個人が必要だったのか。
Why him? His nature? Because of numbers? Or was he necessary as a person?
少なくとも彼がここに交流することは実家に命じられた意図的なものだ。誰かの意図でそうなったんだ。
At the very least, he'd been ordered to live here by his family. It was someone's intent, clearly, but whose?
あなたなのか。だとすればどうしてこの奇妙な取り合わせを犠牲として必要とした。
Yours? Then why did you need to sacrifice such a strange group?
それが奇妙で奇怪でいびつで不気味で岩で理不尽で不可解で 怖くてたまらない。
It's weird, mysterious, warped, unnerving, unsettling, unreasonable, incomprehensible, and so scary I can't bear it.
最後の謎だ。なぜあなたは彼らを殺す？
It's the last mystery. Why do you have to kill them?
かつて愛したから。
Because I've made love to each of them once. Oh my gosh. It's time to turn you into ash, Rikako. That voice. That smile. They were both those of a monster. Ah ha 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 ha.
植松とは下方の民。
The Uematsu are warped people.
の怨念は深い。しかし生き延びるために先祖の怨念を、それがもたらす下方の権能を利用してきた。
The grudge of the clan is profound, but we had to use it and its warped practices to survive.
それこそ忌々しき引き取り。
That's what you know as our ability to take in.
植松の闘士たる女がそのうちに宿す。怨念の権化にして我らが神。夢の土雲。
The Tsuchigumo of dreams living within we heads of the Uematsu is the manifestation of this grudge.
怨念の成就のため、この世のあらゆる害悪、罪業、大愛をむさぼり、蓄えんとする。
To gather more grudge and make it swell, we reap and consume all the evil, sin, and
大
filth.
いなる汚れの雲、だまくらかして。
We trick the great spider of corruption.
奪った疫病を遮血して排出し、雲の復活を防ぐ。
Bleeding out and getting rid of the diseases we take to prevent the spider's resurrection. So that was why she was covered in blood after taking something in.
そうして植松の闘士たる女を万能の厄払いの装置として乱用し、この 生き続ける。
Thus, the head women of Uematsu continued to live on in this country as useful tools that healed everything.
植松家は堕落した。
And that is how the family declined.
使命を、悲願を忘れ、神の力を全く逆の方向に利用したのか。
You forgot your mission and desire and used the divine power in the completely opposite way.
ええ、その通り。しかし大いなる雲がそのような小賢しき企みに気づかぬはずがありますまい。
Yes, I did, but there was no way the great spider wouldn't notice such trickery.
密かに少しずつ疫病をため、やや子を産んでは逃がす。それを再び集めては蓄え。
It secretly, slowly gathered disease, birthed its children, then let them escape. Then it would gather it again and repeat.
夢の土雲は植松の代々の当主。そうや一族の目と灼血を逃れ、汚れをためてきた。
The Tsuchigumo of dreams, the heads of the Uematsu family, used this to get around the bleeding in the clan's eye to gather corruption.
そして植松の命脈がいざ絶えんとする当世において、ついに復活に足る汚れが集まった。
And now, right as the family's about to die out, it finally gathered enough to come back.
それを回収するだけ。
All that's left is retrieving it.
みんなを愛したというのは、じゃあ
So when you say you made love to them,
文字通り愛したわ。
そしてやや子を宿させた。
I mean it literally. I put my children in them. Oh man. What a disgusting truth.
この集落でコレラが発生した時、浄化のため植松家が献身的に働いたと聞いた。
I heard that the Uematsu worked hard at purification when there was a cholera outbreak here in this settlement.
しかしあなたなら死ぬわけがない。あなたの力は本物だから。
But there was no way you could die assuming your power is
当
real.
時あなたはとても幼かったはずだが、
And you had to be very young back then.
そう。この村の長者がそんなこと気にするはずもない。
Indeed, don't expect the heads of this village to care about something like that. Shit.
香織さんは吉嗣君を産んだ時難産だったと言っていた。死にかけたと。
I heard that Kaori-san was very sick when she birthed Yoshisugu-kun, that she almost died.
苦しみ、血の汚れを引き取って。
I used my mouth to take in all the pain and corruption in her blood. Shit.
ハルちゃんについては狼付き騒動の時にあなたが引き取りをしたんだったな。
So you also took in from Haru-chan when she was going through the wolf possession?
ええ、ムジナ様はとても可愛らしかった。あの方とは利害が一致したから、雲の復活には黙認をいただいたわ。
Yes, Mujina-sama was very adorable. She benefited from what I was doing, so she silently allowed the spider's resurrection.
天津神の秩序が滅びれば、再び山の闇、黄泉の闇の権勢が戻る。
If the law of the Amatsukami is broken, if the law of the Amatsukami is broken, the mountain's darkness and the Yomi's darkness would rule again. Oh, how wonderful. Shit.
狼じじい氏はあんな非道な人間だ。無理やりどうにかしたってことがあるかもしれない。
The wolf guy is a huge scumbag. He might have done something by force.
あれは思い出したくない。
I don't want to remember that.
鴨志田近持ちについては
Chikamochi Kamoshida?
もちろん桔梗の振る舞いの相談で引き取りもしたし、彼は可愛いから上藤吉では仲良くしていたわ。
Of course, I took in from him when his family were worried about his eccentricity. He was so cute, so we got along well in Kami Fujiyoshi, if you understand my meaning. That
安
little...
永君はどうだって言うんだ。
What about Yasunaga-kun?
あの子ちょっと可愛かったから合宿の時に寝てあげたの。
He was a bit cute, so I slept with him when he was visiting Kami Fujiyoshi.
最低だ。あんたは
You are the
あ
lowest.
の子は夢だと思っているから大丈夫よ。
Don't worry, he thinks it all was a dream.
最後
Last one.
芹沢千恵美、身車千恵美は
Hold on here. Alright. Things didn't crash entirely, just lost my connection there for a bit. Let's see. Shiemi Serizawa. Shiemi Migurama.
身車が飼っている狂犬病にかかった犬に噛まれた時引き取りを行った。そうだな。
You took in from her when she was bitten by the rabid dogs they kept, didn't you?
ええ、その通りよ。
Yes, indeed.
なぜ彼女の汚れを引き取れなかったことにした？
Why did you hide that from her?
だってそれが大昔 神内様の軍門に下る上での約束だったんだもの。
Because that was the promise I made when I came under Shinai-sama's rule.
神内様の汚れは神の罰。おいそれと引き取ってもらっては困る。
Shinai-sama's corruption is divine punishment. We cannot allow you to take it.
だから引き取れない。
So I couldn't. So I couldn't, or I just didn't.
当然あなたはそれを知っていた。ちえみはそれを覚えてないようだったが、
You knew this, of course. Jamie doesn't understand. Jamie doesn't remember it, though.
びっくりしすぎて細かいことは忘れちゃったみたいね。
She was so surprised she forgot it all, it seems.
当然あの首飾りの存在も知っていたはずで、
Of course, she knew about the necklace, too.
あの時あなたが初めて見たようなことを口にしたのは芝居だったってことになる。
So that means that when you said something like you'd seen it for the first time, it was just an act.
ええ、それであなたを助けた。
Yes, an act that saved you.
そうやって僕とちえみを断るごとに助けたのも全て意図があってのことだろう。
So all the help you gave me and Jamie had an ulterior motive.
僕らが特別だとうすうす気づいていたから。
You felt that we were special.
ええ、理由は知らなかったけど、あなたたちが円環の流れを変える力を持っているのは明白だったもの。
Yes, I didn't know the reason, but I could clearly see that you had the power to change the flow of the loop.
最初あなたがいなかった時、あの子を味方につければ望む結末が見えるかと思った。
Before you came, I thought that I could reach the ending I wanted by making her an ally. As a result, she'd continuously given Jamie a good impression, making her less suspicious. If Jamie, someone who could keep her memories, found out that she was the bad guy, her conspiracy would become impossible to achieve.
そこにはたどり着けなかった。
But she didn't get there.
あの子はうまくなかった。
Yes, she wasn't good
だ
enough.
から今度は僕に親切にしたのか。
That's why you were nice to me instead.
それはだから
As I
言ってるでしょ。
already said,
あなたは特別。
it's because I find you lovable.
ただただ好奇心の赴くままにややこを一人一人解き放ち
You released my
我
children.
々に送ってくれた。
You released my children and sent them to me out of simple curiosity.
淡麗でこの上なく歪んだ心をお持ちの最もまがまがしい
You're You're a wise, gracious, sinister wolf with a warped heart.
参りましょう。
Come with me.
大いなる雲の体の上で果てなき閲楽とともに夜道を渡る旅へ。
Let us enjoy the pleasure on the let us enjoy endless pleasure on the path to Yomi atop the great spider. Path to Yomi.
山は闇、闇は夜、夜は夢、夢は山。
The mountain is Yomi, the darkness is Yomi, Yomi is dreams, dreams are the mountain. Oh man. This gives me a reminder of FMA here. All is one, one is all. Because dreams just circles back to mountain. Mountain is said to be Yomi, darkness is Yomi, and Yomi is dreams. So yeah, microcosm, macrocosm kind of thing.
とこしえの夢。 無限の快楽。それは幸せな。とても幸せな地獄。
An endless dream and limitless pleasure. A happy, blissful hell.
それを、この国のすべての民の屍の上で。
Let us enjoy it.
貪るなら。
Let us enjoy it together atop the corpses of all people of this country. Except you're going after innocent people.
私は、あなたと一緒がいい。
I want to be with you.
最も愛おしい。
For you. For you are the most lovable. She said that with a serious tone. Apparently, a devil had just confessed to me. Oh man, I was actually interested and honored, but
それ以上喋んなくていいや、リカ子さん。
don't say anything more, Rikako-san. Someone got in the way.
ちえみちゃん、
Chiemi-chan? She broke her promise to God. She didn't think I was dead. Several questions came to mind.
ここに
Why are you here? But that was the first one I could say.
私は4番手よ。残念ながら。
I'm the fourth here, sadly. The fourth? And who is it?
なんだって
What?
みんな、
Guys. A moment later, they entered. Oh, so you're number 4, huh? Aro-chan. Mochi? What? That's 5. And 6? Wow, Kiyonosuke Nasato?
リカ子さん
Rikako-san.
とゾロゾロ来たもんですね。
Well, what a crowd. Mission 2 had an unexpected
野
development.
里さんが最初よ。植松さんを置いていけるかって。
Misato-san was all about not leaving Uematsu-san
そ
here.
んでボートを降りて戻ってきたおっちゃんをなぜかハルちゃんが追ったからそりゃあ僕は追うよね。
So he got off the boat and Haru-chan followed for some reason, so I followed her, of
仕
course.
事を一つ忘れたことを思い出しての。
I forgot some unfinished business.
それでようやく私も呪縛が解けた。
And that was when I was freed from the curse.
みんなが動き出してるのに、全部知ってる私が神様殺しの余韻に浸ってる場合じゃないよね。
They were doing something, so I, who knew everything, couldn't let myself enjoy the afterglow of killing God. So she really had realized my plan. But even so, she couldn't resist God.
ヤス君や匠兄ちゃんに後のことを頼んで、私がしんがり。
I left the rest to Yasu-kun and Takumi Nichan and became the rear
という
guard.
わけで、最終局面乱入部隊の隊長はあなたよ、野里さん。
That means that the leader of this invasion into the final encounter is you, Nisato-san.
正直、同情するけど。
Honestly, I feel for
リ
you.
カ子さん。さっき言っていたことは、
Rikako-
事実なのか。
Rikako-san, was everything you said true?
道すがら、芹沢千恵美が言った。巻き戻りは、我々の殺害は、
The looping
果ての化け物云々は、
The looping Chiemi Serizawa told... The looping Chiemi Serizawa told us about our murder and the monsters. It all true?
はい。野里様、
Yes, Nasato-sama.
今まで騙していて
My apologies for
申し訳
fooling...
ありませんでした。
My apologies for fooling you all this time. Rikako-san used her usual voice, but that just made it stand out more. She bowed her head.
あなたが私に
I was actually
向けて
I was actually
ということを
I was actually.
密かに喜んでおりました。
I was actually quite happy that you had feelings for me.
あまりに滑稽だ。
It was simply too comical.
そんなお顔はなさらないで。他のお方よりはあなたはそれでまだ愛おしいわ。
Don't make that face. You are still more lovable than
春
most.
秋様との永遠の交わりの寝台くらいにはして差し上げましょう。
I do not mind making you the bed on which Haruaki-sama and I eternally intertwine.
いいから黙れっつってんですよ、リカコさん。
I'm telling you to shut up.
撃つの？撃って。それで完全な最後の円環が完成する。
You'll shoot me? Shoot, that will complete the final loop.
幸せな夢、かつてなりかけた最上の地獄を完成させるのはあなたがふさわしい。
You are the most fitting person to complete the pleasant dream, the perfect hell.
愛しい春秋様を奪ってゆく私を憎みながら撃って。
Hate me for taking your beloved and shoot me.
それをことほぎとして夢をなすわ。
I will take that as congratulations and create my dream.
そっか。神様は殺せたけど、死んで完成する神様はどうしようもないのか。
I see, so you killed God, but you can't do anything about a God that reaches completion when it
ど
dies.
うすんの？春秋。
What are you gonna do, Haruaki?
我はもう、土雲殿の企みからは手を引くが、それでも難敵ですぞ。
I will no longer support Tsujigumo Dono's plans, but she is still a mighty foe. Man, this was troublesome. I would have liked this to be the finished. I would have liked this to be finished in secret. Mission 2 became unexpectedly
皆
lively.
さん、せっかく集まってもらって悪いんですが、
Now, I'm sorry you all had to gather here to hear this, but I still had to say it.
僕は彼女と共に行きますよ。
I'm thinking of going with her. Oh my gosh. They're all shocked, and one's happy. Everyone lost their expressions. Only Rikako-san looked at me with an ecstatic expression. No way.
なんでいくら春秋さんでも、そんな悪ふざけ、笑えないよ。
Huh? Why? That joke's too far even for you.
まあ、気持ちはわかるかな。りっちゃん可愛いし、しかも魔王とか、面白すぎるからな。
I mean, I get him though. Rick-chan's cute and a goddamn demon lord. That's way too interesting.
リカコさん、もうやめてくれ。すべてが事実だとして、死んで手に入る幸せなんてあるはずがない。
Rikako-san, please stop. Even if everything is true, there are no joys worth dying for.
お医者様らしいお言葉。
My, such considerate words befitting a doctor.
あなたの人生は確かに辛いものだっただろう。あなたの一族が味わったのは、
Your
確
life
かに嫌いな
mo-
き苦難だっただろう。
Your life must have been painful and your clan must have experienced great hardship.
だからといって、それをすべて放り投げて、修羅に走るなど。
But I don't see the reason to throw it all away and walk the path of
ま
chaos.
だずれているの？私は完全に落ち戻り、永遠の幸せな地獄を作るのよ。
You haven't heard me? I will rise again, complete, and create an eternal blissful hell for myself.
そんなもの、幸せではないと言っている。
That's not true happiness.
私を救ってくれたあなたは、
I'm
私が幸せにするのだと言っているのだ。
I'm saying that I can make you happy for saving me back then.
あ
Oh.
あ、あの時の坊やが立派になったものね。
The boy from back then sure has grown.
でも心は純真なまま、初めての女に入れ込んで。
But it really is comical how you are so invested in your first
本
woman
当に滑稽だわ。
and how you still have feelings for her.
そういうわけで、すみませんね。
Anyway,
この
sorry.
人は、僕がもらいます。
I'll take her. Aha! She jumped at me and embraced with the innocence of a child.
好き愛してる。
I love you.
ようやくあの時の賭けを清算することができるのね。
You'll finally fulfill the gamble from back then. No, I will make you suffer, but I won't let you die.
賭け
Gamble? Gamble?
賭けって何？
What gamble, Haruaki-san? Oh, how pitiful.
もしあなたが、他にもうこんな不愉快な秘密を溜め込まないでいいと言うならば、久石春明は、植松里香子を信じます。
If you cut it out with the unpleasant secrets, the man called Haruaki Fusaishi will trust Rikako Uematsu.
久石春明は、植松里香子を信じる。
Haruaki Fusaishi will believe Rikako Uematsu.
そして、僕は植松里香子のために、あなたは久石春明のために生き残る。
I will survive for Rikako Uematsu's sake, while you will survive for Haruaki Fusaishi's sake.
僕は植松里香子のために、彼女は久石春明のために生き残る。
I will survive for Rikako Uematsu's sake, while she will survive for Haruaki Fusaishi's sake.
それで、もし生き残ったら、
And if we both
あな
survive,
たは久石春明に、僕は植松里香子に、何でも好きなことを望んでよい。
you can ask Haruaki Fusaishi for whatever you want, and I can do the same with Rikako Uematsu.
それで、生き残ったら、
And if we both
彼
survive,
女は久石春明に、僕は植松里香子に、何でも好きなことを望んでよい。
she can ask anything from Haruaki Fusaishi, and I can ask anything from Rikako
そ
Uematsu.
して
生き残りました。春明
And,
様。
and we both survived Haruaki Isama.
そしてこれからも生き残ってゆく。
And we will continue to survive.
あの時の植松里香子を救うための方便とは言わせません。この耳でしかと聞き覚えていますから。
I will not let you say that it was just a line to save the Rikako Uematsu from back then. I remember those words clearly. I know.
今日の前で誓いとみなしますから。
I will consider it a promise made before the great
それ
spider.
は、そんなに大事なんですか？
Was it that big of a deal?
もちろん破れば滅びあるのみです。
Yes, of course, break it and all that awaits you is
そ
destruction.
りゃ、仕方ないな。
Guess I have no choice then.
久石春明様、夢の土雲のもとに下り、私と定めを共にする。
Haruaki Fusaishi-sama will join the Tsuchigumo of dreams and join fates with mine.
それが私の望み。
That is my desire.
さあ、お望みください。 春明様。
Now, ask what you want, Haruaki-sama.
どのような悪行も、宝刀も、快楽も、私が叶えて差し上げるから。
I will grant you whatever wickedness, debauchery, or pleasure you desire. Oh, what a wonderful offer. That's just...
優しすぎるんだよ。春明さんは、どの女の子も救おうとして、その場限りで適当なこと言って。
Haruaki-san, you're too nice. Why do you try to save every girl by just saying whatever comes to mind?
これで水戸国が滅びるなら、もうしょうがないね。
I guess it doesn't matter if it destroys your body and country, huh?
救われた私は文句言えない。リカ子さんが救われるのに、文句なんて言えない。
I can't even complain. You saved me too. I can't say anything against Rikako-san being saved.
バカ！春明さんの、バカ！
You idiot. You dumbass.
知恵ねえ、落ち着きなよ。
Shane, hey, calm down.
春ちゃんはなんで落ち着けるの？春ちゃんだって、春明さんと。
Why are you so calm? You and he also...
まあ、我の場合は、このお方の心を読んで知ったことじゃから、少々
Well,
のことがの
Well, it is a bit unfair since I can read his mind and know what should happen now,
私
but
が教わったのは悪だし、
he only taught me of evil.
春明がいなくても好きにするし、気に入らなかったら勝手に奪うし、
I will do what I want without him, and I will just take whatever I want.
ただね、知恵ね
But
え、
Chiene,
大家な田舎娘に悪を教え込むような、ひねくれた腐れ下道の春明が、
Haruaki is the type of man who'd teach an innocent country girl about evil. Do you seriously believe that a warped scumbag like
そん
him
な約束、すると思う？
would make such a promise? Huh? Rikako-san hesitantly loosened her grip. Then she took a step back. Her eyebrows were furrowed in suspicion. Oh, how pitiful.
名前は房石春明。東京で大学院生やってます。
I'm Haruaki Fusaishi, a graduate student in a Tokyo college.
房石春明って誰ですか？
Who's Haruaki Fusaishi? I really didn't expect to be caught doing marriage fraud. Huh? What? Huh?
そんな名前の人間、この世にいませんよ。
A guy like that doesn't
と
exist.
いうのは言い過ぎかな。どっか探せば一人くらい、そんな名前の方がいるかもしれませんね。
Though I can't be sure, maybe you'll find one if you look hard enough.
房石春明様、夢の土雲のもとに下り、私と定めを共にする。
Haruaki Fusaishi-sama will join the Tsuchigumo of dreams and join fates with mine.
かわいそうに。そのなんとか春明さんは、夢の土雲と定めを共にすることが決定してしまった。
Poor guy, I made this Haruaki something son. Shares fate with someone.
彼女は房石春明に、僕は植松里香子に、何でも好きなことを望んでよい。
She can ask anything from Haruaki Fusaishi, and I can ask anything from Rikako Uematsu.
まあ、それとは全然関係なく、僕は植松里香子に好きなことを望んでいいわけですが。
Well, that doesn't matter right now. I guess it's my turn to ask you what I want. Then from you.
たく、
Oh man.
おお
Oh.
なんだなんだ
What? What? She suddenly took out a dagger from her sleeve.
やはりあなたが最高。最悪に最
You really are the best. The best, worst, nameless soldier.
駆け引きは次に持ち越しましょう。あなたが覚えていたらだけ。
I will take this gamble to the next time if you remember it anyway. The dagger went to her throat. Oh, crap. I had to make it in time. I had to tell her to stop this conspiracy. At that moment, all light vanished. In the midst of that, was a scream. It was a scream so scary it seemed inhuman.
何
What?
何にも見えないぞ。
I can't see anything.
おのれもっち、どこを触っておるのじゃ。
Hey, Mochi, where are you
何
touching?
をしてる電源はどこだ
What are you doing? Where are the lights? This was unexpected. What happened? But going at someone with a knife in the dark was just... While all the talk that I couldn't even force myself to act. I heard something heavy drop on the floor. And something metallic. The next moment the lights came back. Before me I saw Rikako Uematsu lying on the floor. She wasn't moving at all. Was she dead? No, the dagger was clean and still in her
取り
hands.
押さえて。
Hold her down. Chiemi moved first, then Kinosuke one took the knife, the other held her hands behind her back. She was
何があっ
unconscious.
たのかな？
What happened?
リカコさん大丈夫ですか
Rikako-san, are you okay?
つくづくぶれないな。今気づかれたら困るっての。春明さん、どうする？
You don't change, do ya? It'll be bad if she wakes up now. Haruaki-san, what do we do?
踏んじばってすっ転がしておこう。縄は、確か奥に。
Let's tie her up and leave her. There was rope deeper in.
どい。
That's mean.
血も涙もないな。おっちゃん。
You heartless old man.
おっちゃんじゃない。ハッサンだ。なぜみんな引く？
I'm not old. Call me Hassan. And why are you all freaked out?
言い方はともかく、拘束は賛成。
I don't know about the way you said it, but I agree that we should tie her up. We went and did just that.
不審。
I am...
目覚ましたけど、舌とか噛まれたらやばくない？
She woke up. What if she bites her tongue or
なん
something?
か、布をかませようよ。
Let's gag
頼む
her.
彼女にはひどいことをしないでやってくれ
Please don't be so cruel to
だ
her.
から、自殺させないようにしなきゃ大変なことになるんだって。
Hey, if we don't prevent her from committing suicide, it'd be bad for all of
そうや
us.
って物や災害みたいに彼女を扱うから彼女はそこまで思い詰めるに至ったんじゃないのかね
Don't you think that she might have been pushed to this point because of this? Because people treat her like an object of or disaster? But she's the one doing everything except for the purges.
おっちゃんが、なんかまともっぽいこと言ってる。
Wow, Uncle's actually saying something good for once.
リカコさんどうか今しばらく
Rikako-san.
時間を
Rikako-san,
いた
can,
だけんでしょうか
Rikako-san, can you give me some time?
私は確かにあなたに勝手に惚れた身だ
I will admit I've fallen.
横連母と言ってもいい
I will admit I've fallen for you hard, I may add.
しかしあの日のあなたの乾ききった瞳を見た時からそれを潤すことのできぬ無力を味わってきた
but ever since I saw your dry eyes on that day, I've been haunted by an urge to make them wet.
しかし、それでも、この後に及んで、あなたを諦めることなど。
But even so, I can't give up on you at this point.
どうか、私に、あなたを幸せにすることを、試みさせていただきたい。
Please let me try and make you happy. He was really straightforward, but that didn't really matter to her.
雲が
The spider,
夢の土雲が
the Tsuchigumo of dreams is the Tsuchigumo of dreams. The Tsuchigumo of dreams is gone. She said something we didn't understand.
あれ
Huh?
どこへ行ったの土雲
Where are you? Where are you, Tsuchigumo? My everything.
私に愛しいということを
The God who
神様
The God who taught me of love. I had no idea why, but I could tell. She no longer had any divine powers or scary conspiracies left. All that the Uematsu family, Rikako Uematsu, ever had vanished all at once. But even so,
望む
I
上
ask
松里香子が土雲の復活を放棄し、
that you, Rikako Uematsu, abandon the Tsuchigumo's revival
人として、女性として、まっとうに幸せになることを。
and live out a normal, happy life as an ordinary woman, a person, and gave her those cruel words. She began crying. I did feel bad. I had considered taking responsibility for her and taking her with me. But the one to embrace her and console her as she cried was Kiyonosuke Nasatoshi, not me. He chose to take that role. I had no business stopping him. I would just let him have it.
それで、解決いたしましたの。
Everything is solved now, it
それ
seems.
でいいの？神様が言うなら信じるけど。
Is that good enough? I'll believe you if you say it is God.
己がいただく神に誓った約定じゃ。互えることは生涯できまいて。
A contract made for God you would accept takes more than a lifetime to break.
まあ、我らの中には未だ、土雲殿がやや子と称した汚れの種が埋まっておろうが。
Well, Tsuchigumo Dono's seeds of corruption children are still within
我が
us.
力を取り戻しし暁には、造作もなくほじくり出して、苦労って信ぜようぞ。
But now that I have my powers back, I shall have no problem removing and consuming
春
them.
に社を建てるんじゃぞ、モッチーよ。
Build me a shrine as quick as possible,
オッ
Mochi.
ケー。
Okay.
やあみんな。夫妻師春明です。
Hey everyone, I'm Haruaki Fusaishi. Kinda late for you to say
う
that.
わ、詐欺師の人だ。
Look at that, the swindler.
ひって、
Ouch.
一応、不便だから、春明さんって呼ぶけどさ。
I'll still call you Haruaki out of convenience. Good.
女として、あれだね。
But as a woman, I gotta say that's a huge
上
no.
松里香子に、ちょっと同情した。
I feel a bit bad for
じ
her.
ゃあ、少しも してやったりって思わなかった？
You can't tell me you didn't think you felt she deserved it.
思った。
I did.
思った。
I did. Such honesty.
そういうことで。
Well,
ご
anyway.
めんね、リカコさん。
Sorry,
さ
Rikako-san.
よなら。
Goodbye.
春明様の
Haruaki-sama. You dummy. Mission 2, dealing with the Master Loop who wanted the monster's resurrection, had been completed. Nothing more needed to be said, even if it gave me things to think about.
君には何をどういったものかまだわからんが。
I still don't know what to say to you.
気にしないでください。僕もです。
Don't worry, me neither.
それでもおそらく君は彼女のそして我々全ての
Even
という
so,
ことになるのだろうな。
even so, I believe you might have saved her as well as the rest of
いや
us.
本当気にしないでください。もうちょっと上手いやり方があったかもしれませんから。
Seriously, don't worry about it. I probably had better ways to do
ま
this.
あそうかもしれんね。いずれ君とは再び話し合う機会を持ちたいものだ。
Well, probably. I hope I can talk to you again sometime.
見たくない。
I don't want to see his
リ
face.
カコさん
Rikako-san.
バーク、
Dummy. Dummy.
春明様も。
Haruaki-sama, you dummy.
困ったことにこんな状態でも私にとっては愛おしいのだよ。
Unfortunately, I find her lovable even when she's like this. Same actually, but I wouldn't admit it out loud.
彼女のことは私が守らせてもらう。
I shall protect her.
僕にそれを止める権利はありません。
I have no right to stop
あ
you.
なたが彼女を根気よく説得しようとすることは、
Patiently and thoroughly convince her to change her mind.
一応筋は通してくださいね。
Talk it out with
当
her.
たり前だ。一方的にどうこうしたりなどせん。ただ
Of course, I
必
shall
要な
not.
手伝いくらいはさせてもらおう。
I shall not do anything one-sided, though. I will help her
了解
survive.
です。
Good.
説得などされません。
I won't
様
let.
なら
I won't let
関係あり
Nasato-sama.
ます。
I won't let Nasato-sama convince me I'll bite him to pieces. Rikako-san had become a completely different
これ
character.
で撤収していいものかね。
I suppose we can withdraw now?
少し待っててください。最後の片付けがありますから。
Wait a bit, there's one last thing I have to clean
そ
up.
れにはちょっと歩かなきゃならない。
We have to walk for a bit, though.
そうだな。野里さんとモッチー、それにはるちゃんはここに残って。
Yeah, we have to walk a bit for that, though. Alright, Nasato-san, Mochi, and Haru-chan, you stay here.
一応大丈夫だと思うけど、リカコさん見張っといて。
I think it'll be alright. We'll look after Rikako-san.
もう吐きかけて差し上げる。
I'll make you vomit.
これしかできないなら全然 OK ですけどね。
If that's the most you can do, then you're not much of a
つ
threat.
いていかずともよろしいか？
I do not have to come with you?
え
No.
え、伝えるべきことは伝えます。
I'll tell them everything myself. Very well.
おう、土雲殿。あの時は散々もてあそんでくれましたね。今、やり返して差し上げようか？
Oh, Tsuchigumo Dono. You certainly had your way with me back then. Should I get back at you for that? Eek.
何をする気かね。その手つきはやめたまえ。
What are you doing? Don't touch her like that.
モッチー、みんな止めて。
Stop them, Mochi.
面白いのに。
Oh, but it's fun.
君ははるちゃんと神様のおもり。
It's It's your job to look after Haru-chan and God.
しゃあない。
Boo, alright.
というわけで、
Anyway,
最後の始末。上から来る人たちを追い返す。せっかくだから手伝って、ちえみちゃん。
time for the final job. We'll chase back the people coming from the mountain. Help me out with that, Chiemi-chan. Mission 3, dealing with the Migurama, the leaders of the feast. Now, would it go peacefully or
わ
violently?
かったよ、詐欺師さん。
Alright, you swindler. Harsh.
聞きにくいんだけど、
This is kind of hard to ask, but yeah.
リカコさんとの昔のことって大丈夫なのかな？
Are you bothered by what happened between you and Rikako-san in the past? Hmm.
実際覚えてないし。覚えててもまあ、子供の時のチューとかと一緒でしょ？ノーカン。
I really don't remember it, and if I did, it wouldn't be anything more than a childhood kiss for me. It doesn't count. I didn't know if that was how it was, but I would just assume she was right. I couldn't say anything if she thought that.
まあ、実際何があったかはよくわからないから。
Well, I guess you don't know what actually happened.
実際、野里のボンクラとはもう言えないか。清之助さん以外は覚えてないわけでしょ？
Yeah, I think everyone but the Nasato blockhead. I can't really call him that anymore, can I? Everyone but Kinosuke-san had forgotten it.
死にかけとか、夢の中とか、そういうあれだし。
Everyone was either dying or dreaming.
モッチーは覚えてるぞ、多分。
Ochi probably remembers
モ
though.
ッチーは絶対気にしないでしょ。
He wouldn't care, would he? Good
ハル
point.
ちゃんは、さっきの感じだと、折り合いはついてるのかな？
From what I saw, Haru-chan was reaching a
神様がま
compromise.
だいる間は、あのことについては受け持ってくれると思うよ。
I think she can handle stuff like that while God is still
い
around.
なくなる頃には、春明さんによれば、春ちゃんもしっかり強く成長してることだろう。
If you're right, she'll probably grow a great deal by the time it vanishes. Yeah. Though Haru-chan's God was real, it was still a mask she'd made to bear the pain she'd experienced as a child. When we just talked, she'd mentioned it herself, but the tone was that of God. It was something that she could only say through the voice of God. The wounds were just that deep. The same could probably be said for Chiemi.
私からも聞いていい？
Can I say something too? Yeah.
神様って結局何だったのかな？
What's God anyway?
君は、分かってたんじゃないの？
You didn't realize?
姿や怖さが分かってただけで、正体とかは知らないよ。
I get the general concept and know it's scary, but I have no idea what it truly is. Then I'd made the right choice calling her here. Mission 1 was way too hectic, so we had to postpone the answer to that until now.
神っていうのは、正しいことだよ。
God is anything that's right. Rightness seemed like it was tied to intelligence and wisdom, but it was actually a concept as far away from those things as possible. Fixed decisions, preconceptions, obsessions, bases, obligations, and adherence to the old ways. The idea whether something was right or not changed people's minds before they could even think about whether something was intelligent or wise. Thus, mankind was bound by what was right by God. Sometimes it was so bad even they couldn't realize it. This interpretation of God really wasn't special or interesting in any way. The people bound by it couldn't resist their sense of right and wrong. Someone must have said something similar to that effect already. However, there were two things I hadn't expected. 1. God was alive. And 2. God could warp into something truly fearsome.
犬、出てこないね。
I don't see dogs anywhere.
水路が開かれてないんだろ
The waterway probably isn't
結
open.
局、あれってみんな狂犬病なの？
So they all had rabies, huh?
う。もし発症した個体ばかりだったら、制御なんてできないと思うんだよね。
I imagine they couldn't control them if they all did.
水を避けるようにしつけられつつ、狂犬病を摂取された犬ってところじゃないかな。
I'm guessing they're actually dogs who've been trained to avoid water while simultaneously getting infected with
な
rabies.
んでそんなひどいことを？
Why would they do something so horrible?
汚れの運び出たる獣を刺激するっていうのが、信内信仰としてはしっくりくる設定だったからでしょう。
Using beasts for their bringers of corruption fit the whole Shinai faith motif, don't you think?
ヨモツ狼の手下のヨモツムジナ。そしてそれを管理している身車こそ、信内さんの一の子分。
The Yomotsu Ujina serving the Yomotsu Okami and the Migurama, the ones watching over them, were their primary
バカだ
followers.
ったのかな？
Was I stupid?
普通だっただけさ。
No, you were
ち
normal.
なみに君は、ちゃんと検査とかはしたの？
By the way, did you get tested?
だよ。大学進学して勉強して、その後すぐに。
I did right after I went to college and started learning.
結果は陰性だった。
The results were negative. What a relief, so she wasn't infected. Rabies could linger in the body for a long time, and anyone infected ended up dying. It was a pretty awful
だからって
disease.
安心なんか少しもできなかったけどね。
It didn't calm me down,
私
though.
のような病気かもしれないし、そもそも病気じゃなく本物のたたりかもしれないんだから。
It could have been a different disease, or it could have been a real curse.
全く正しい発想だ。
What a right way to look at
今
it.
はどう？
What do you think
全
now?
然気にならなくなった。
I don't care about it at all. Another relief. That alone made the god's murder all worth it. I resumed my explanation. God was alive. Why? Because humans saw what was right. They tried to be right. They all tried to justify their existence, actions, possessions, relationships, and tried to make everyone else see it their way. That was close to human nature. It was the belief that human nature was fundamentally depraved. There was no objective good in this world, but there were things that were right for the era and location, God basically. People could justify their existence and live on by obeying the God of that time and place. It was something that everyone submitted to in order to survive or live well. It was a byproduct of the desire to live and die the right way. Thus, people would want to prolong the lives of gods that were connected to their way of life.
あれ？ここ崩れてない。
It's not collapsed.
水際で間に合ったんだね。
We made it in time.
ここも結局、身車が重機で崩落させてたってこと？
So did the Migurama always destroy this place using heavy machinery?
そういうことだろうね。今こうして道があるってことは。
That has to be it, and since that hasn't happened
う
now.
ちのことはいいけど、宴が済んだら霧が晴れるかどうかって、どうやって操るの？
The path aside, how do they make the mist clear after the feast is
霧
done?
が出るかどうかはランダムでいいけど、やませるのはどうすれば？
The mist might come randomly, but how do you stop it?
植松家の不思議能力もどうやら存在したみたいだし、身車にも長者として、そのくらいの力はあったんじゃない？
Uematsu had strange powers, so maybe the Migurama's heads do too?
櫓の見張り、天気板だったんでしょ？
The tower lookouts observed the weather, right?
まあ、あるいは、今回の宴に限っては、植松里香子の夢の中で、天候くらいは調整されてたのかもしれない。
Well, maybe this feast was special because Rikako Uematsu controlled the weather through her dream
過去の
manipulation.
宴については、例えば、 霧が晴れた朝に適当に狼皆殺しにして、汚れで強制終了にしてもいいし。
The previous feast's endings could be handled by just killing all the wolves on the morning the mist
ぶっ
clears.
ちゃけ、前回の宴では霧の調整失敗してるっぽいから、あんまりちゃんとはしてないよ。多分。
Honestly, they'd messed up with the mist in the last feast, so the system probably wasn't that reliable. Then again, it could have been God pulling something weird, so maybe that was an exception.
奴らにとっては、安水住人が適当に殺し合ってくれればよかったんだ。そうやって舐めていて、こうなった。
To them, all that mattered was that the people of Yasumizu killed each other at appropriate levels. They'd underestimated the situation and this
なる
happened.
ほど。
I see. God would change. Human society shifted, and with that, so did the standards of right and wrong. There were changes one had to accept whether or not they were good or bad. Thus, God would change, and so would personalities, dogmas, and perhaps even existence as a whole. That could be considered a kind of evolution. Of course, it could mix with other gods too, and it could be considered breeding. More than that, God was infectious. Rightness was reflected in everything surrounding human life. Words, ways of living, culinary traditions, and a lot more. Construction styles, clothing, art, etc. Those who embodied a certain god, sense of rightness, displayed it with every move they made. And they also gave this god to those who'd visited the place or were born there. It was like a living being, no? It was like a disease, a virus.
霧、もう怖くないな。
I'm not afraid of the mist
神
anymore.
様が味方してくれてるから。
We have God on our side now.
そして、新内さんも、狼様も、もういないから。
And both Shinai-sama and the Okami-sama are gone now.
汚れが怖かったちえみは、もう怖がらなくてもいいから。
Little Chiemi doesn't have to be afraid of the corruption
新
anymore.
しい神様は、それなりに恐れてあげてね。拗ねたら厄介だ。
Do revere the new god, though. Don't want her to get all sulky.
それにしちゃ可愛すぎるけどな。めでるじゃダメかな。
She's a bit too cute for that. Can I just pamper her
そ
instead?
ういうのもありかもしれない。
Sounds good to me. The rightness that seated itself in human minds and lives, then multiplied, mutated, and spread to others. Thus, God was alive. It wasn't just a concept, it was actually alive in my mind. It was like a mind-based organism. Though it could only surface in such a dangerous manner because of Yasumizu and the Feast of the Yomi Purge, two abnormal setups. But God was dangerous even if you ignored that. I'd mentioned before that there was a moment when God became dangerous. God was at its most dangerous when its name was forgotten. God was fine when it was revered. God was fine when it was acknowledged. But what if that God became forgotten? They would just recognize it as righteous and stop questioning it ever again. When distressed, people invoked God even if there was no religion involved. That was what kind of animals we were. Normally, such gods represented only the rightness and goodness within the heart of a single person, so it wasn't much of a threat. However, gods who had been forgotten only had their identities forgotten. They still retained the power to influence people. The forgotten gods, those who possessed nothing but the name God, would be willing to create situations that no one unfamiliar with the god would be able to comprehend. The The Migurama had planned a warped plot that clearly wasn't worth the effort and could even end them if exposed. And the people of Yasumizu had reluctantly accepted it and gone on to kill each other. That was all the fault of God. Of course, you could say it was directly done by Great Lord Shinai or the Snake. But at the core of it all, there was a fear of death and darkness. The mountain was the darkness, and the darkness was Yomi. The mountain used to be a strange realm that birthed endless darkness and death. Thus the people here had secrets, could readily murder others, and could hide that from the world. The truth behind the feast was the unforgettable loyalty to God.
そして、君が神様を延々と恐れ続けた理由ってわけ。
And that's the reason why you're so afraid of
考
God.
えてみれば、君が僕にここの食べ物を食べさせようとしなかったのは、正しかったのかもしれないな。
Looking back at it, maybe you did the right thing by not letting me eat the food here.
ある流れでは、僕も確かに神様に感染したことがある。
In certain timelines, I definitely ended up infected by God.
自分が自分でないものに操られる感覚は確かに怖い。
The feeling of having someone other than yourself control you is very scary.
操られている自覚もないのに操られるのは気づかなければいいけど、気づいたらより怖いだろう。
You could be controlled without realizing it, but it was actually way more scary if you did realize.
君はたまたまただ一人気づいてしまった。だから怖かった。
You just happened to realize it. That's why you were scared. I can't blame you.
まあ、今回はラッキーなことに神様本人と談判できて話がついた。よかったよかった。ということで。
Well, luckily, you got to meet and talk to God in person this time. All's good.
まあ、そうだね。
Well, I guess you're right.
結局、人は誰かに操られているって状況は変わんないわけだけど、誰かさんが神様を生かす芝居をしちゃったし。
In the end, people are still controlled by things, but a certain someone did a good job playing God.
全員に巻き戻りがどうのって言っても理解されない以上、あれがベスト。
Since not everyone there could understand the looping, that was the best option.
わかるけど、なんかもやっとする。
I get it, but that kind of pisses me off.
あらゆる存在は他者からの影響を受けてそこにいる。それを望まないなら、僕みたいに反発するしかない。
Just about everyone is influenced by others somehow. If you don't want that, you don't need to rebel like I do.
それは気づいた本人があがくべきこと。誰かにしてもらったり、押し付けられたりすることじゃない。
It's something the person who realizes it must do by themselves. They had no business asking for help with it or having it forced on them.
あなたは最初から自由だな。
You've been freed from the start,
だ
huh?
からやっぱ怖いや。あなたは操る側。神様と同じ側のやつだね。
That's why you're scary. You are one who controls. You're on the same side as God, huh?
また撃つかい？
Wanna shoot me again?
もう実弾しかないから勘弁してあげよう。
I only have real shells left, so I
で
won't.
さ、これもう上富士吉まで歩いちゃう流れ？この先何があるの？
But are we seriously walking to Kami Fujiyoshi now? Where are we heading anyway?
それが僕もはっきりとは。
I actually don't know. Rah! What the? Why are you here? Sakamami appeared out of nowhere and swung her bag at us, but we managed to jump back just in time.
間宮さん？そういえば昼前にいきなり引き上げてたけど、今までどこに？
But Mamiya-san, you went back before noon today. What were you doing?
釣沢さん？それに、こちらは？
Sarizawa-san, and this is...
すみません。 現地の情報提供者です。
Oh, sorry, I'm the local informant.
あなただか。どういうことよこれ。軽く命の危機なんだけど。
So it's you. What's going on here? My life is in danger.
一体何なのこれ。春秋さん。
What is this, Haruaki-san?
まあ説明すると長いんだけど、
Explaining it would take a while.
産業で
Sum it up.
さっきの場に部外者はまずかったので、三車家の怪奇スキャンダルを垂れ込んで上藤吉側に行ってもらいました。
I didn't want outsiders present for the performance, so I informed them about a potential mystery scandal with Migurama and had them leave for Kami Fujiyoshi.
みんな春秋さんの仕業だ。
So it's your doing, huh? Everything is, isn't it? Actually, I had Mitsuji. He'd do some work, but I couldn't fit that into the summary.
それどころじゃないわよ。なんなのあの陶器で持った仮想集団は。こんなのリアルすぎすぎだでしょ。
Now's not the time for that. What's with those masked people? They have sticks. Is this the Sugisawa village or something?
そんなわかりやすいピンチに陥ってるんですか？
Is the problem here that
春
blatant?
秋さん後ろ。
Haruaki-san, behind you! All hell Shinai-sama! Seriously? A wolf actor jumped out of the mist, clad in nothing but a patchwork wolf costume. To me, as I was now, it actually looked comical, but the power of the weapon in his hand was no joke. He was about to hurt me bad. What the? Oh man, Hashimoto's here, huh? Suddenly he was blown away. I heard him groan as he disappeared into the mist again and didn't get up for round 2.
大丈夫かい？
Are you okay?
あ、はい。
Oh,
あ
yes.
りがとうございます。ただあなた、これはどういうこと？
Thank you so much, but what's going on
春
here?
秋さん、産業で説明を。
Sum it up, Haruaki-san.
休みずで殺人儀式を行おうとしてた連中が、その道すがらを外の汽車に激写されて、半ばパニクりながら襲ってきたんです。
A group that wanted to start a murder ritual in Yasumizu went into a panic and started attacking the journalists, taking photos of them.
何言ってるのか、一言たりとも理解できないんだけど。後でシュール缶を頭からぶっかけてでも説明してもらうから。
I don't understand a bit of what you just said. I'll have you explain this later, even if I have to cover you in canned herring.
それは嫌だ。いいじゃないですか。元オカルトライターの面目躍如でしょ？
Anything but that, it's fine. It's a chance to bolster your reputation as an ex-occult writer.
なんでそんな細かいことまで知ってるのよ。
Why do you know such details?
ゆうちゃん、ちょっと落ち着いて。
Hugh-chan, calm down a bit.
何ですか、橋本さん。この際言いますけど、橋本さん、ちょっと余裕ぶっこきすぎです。怪奇舐めたらいつか死にますよ。
What's up with you, Hashimoto-san? I must say, you're way too calm about this. You'll die if you underestimate the paranormal. Except the paranormal is not real.
ああ、それは確かだな。
Well, she's not wrong.
まあまあ、僕のことはいいんだけど。
Hey, don't mind me too much.
廃棄云々の前にまず、物質的な脅威に対処しないと。まずそうだな。
Before we talk of the paranormal and whatnot, let's deal with the more mundane threat. Right as he finished those words, several wolf actors jumped out of the trees making weird screams.
こうなったら、
In that case,
陶器で相手に銃はまずい。
you can't use a gun against an enemy with a stick.
じゃあどうしろって？
Then what am I supposed to do? Eat this. Stick flew by her, messing up her hair. I hope he went Team Rocket. Well, Flesh. As Chiemi dodged, Hashimoto-san had moved into everyone's blind spot and blasted away 2 of the enemies. Don't falter, the other guy's scrawny and the rest are women. Hey! Wah! Drop dead. Probably out of a sense of chivalry, they first went for the scrawny guy that pissed me off, and hey, it was 2 against 1. Oh no, they beat me. Get him. Hashimoto-san tackled one while Chiemi-san landed a jump kick on the other, saving me. Hit in the jaw, the wolf was knocked down in 1 hit. The mask fell off, and hey, he looked even scrawnier than me. What the hell? Oh, do I have a talent for this? Not bad, little lady. Yeah, she had great legs. Hey Justice, how are you doing? You're in time for what seems to be the end because we've uncovered the Master of the Loop and now we're going after the Master of the Werewolf games. Are you okay, Shigesaku? You do, huh? Oh, language skills. So which languages would you be interested in? Like just the ability to get polyglot, so all of them? Let's see, good. Then we'll kill at least 1. No! Job! Mamiya-san was actually doing good work just swinging her shoulder bag around. Rah! Did you know that flows are based on farm implements and they're good weapons that let even women and children kill soldiers? Whoa. A flow's advantage was that you didn't need that much power to hurt with them, but this gourmet rider was so strong that it didn't matter. Was the bag full of rocks or something? All the ones hit in the head were knocked senseless. Shit, get them, take them all. Shit, there's more? There's so many. They just keep coming. Then I'll just keep fighting. Hey, Haruaki-san, you fight too. Gah! I hadn't expected Mission 3 to be an all-out battle with this group. It didn't last longer than 10 minutes. Everyone on their side was scrawny, while everyone on my side, myself excluded, were berserkers. Because of that, the dozen or so wolf actors that fought us ended up knocked out on the ground around us. Though I knew this wasn't over. Looks like they want to talk. This problem had a mythical solution. Mission 3, dealing with the Migurama, the leaders of the beast. It would be easy if it could all be taken care of by just beating these scrawny guys. But I had to defeat a false god that had controlled this place for centuries using weird myths and superstitions. Otherwise, I would be unable to completely free Yasumizu, this village, from the confines of the mists. There were 3. They were positioned and presented in a completely different way than the ones who clearly did the dirty work. Their apparel was fancier too. They were the great Lord Shinai Yomotsu Okami that had appeared before the Hanging Pine. They were unarmed, signaling that they didn't want to fight right now.
貴様らは何者だ?
Who are you people? Loyal to the rule, he asked that.
どうやら妙に事情に詳しい者がおるようだが。
You seem strangely knowledgeable. They'd seen it with the Eye of Migurama, huh?
当然生きて帰れるとは思うまいな。
Of course you don't believe you can leave this place alive, do you?
うちのセリフよ、偽物。
That's our line, fake. Her eyes didn't show a hint of hesitation and her words didn't show a bit of fear. God was dead, she'd killed it. Thus she had no reason to fear, obey, or tolerate a fake. One more step.
一体何なんです？返答次第では警察を呼びますよ。
What's going on here? Depending on your answer, I'll call the police. But you don't get service, Mamiya.
ああ、すみません。ややこしくなるので、ここは僕が。
Sorry, that'll just make things more messy, so just leave it to
あ
me.
なたも超怪しいんだってば。
You don't look very clean yourself.
任せよう Q ちゃん。
Let's leave it to him, Q-chan.
橋本さん。
Hashimoto-san?
まあ妙なことをすれば潰すから。
Well, if he does anything strange, I'll just crush him.
本当。あなたにはかなわないな。
I really can't ever beat you, can I?
さ
Now,
て、荷車家の者に、古き山の神からのことづてを授ける。
I have a message for the Migurama from the old god of the mountain. They were
こ
shaken.
の言葉の意味がわかるなら、貴様らも、荷車の位高き者なのだろう。
If you understand that, then you must be important members of the family.
聞け。かの神は蘇った。狼は死に、影たる狼も死んだ。他の紳士も、もはや去るのみ。
Listen, the god has awoken again. The Okami and the great god are dead. The servants shall soon vanish as well.
狼は去り際、のたまった。もはや読み意味の宴は、開くべからずと。
Upon leaving the Okami-san, the Okami said that there should be no more
よ
feasts.
って、貴様らにもう、聖域を犯す理由はない。
Thus you have no cause to invade the sacred ground.
って皆に知らせよ。もはやこの山に、神内明神はおらぬと。
Leave and tell this to everyone. Great Lord Shinai is no longer on this
長
mountain.
者家は、間もなく廃れよ
The head families will soon
う。
fade.
それまで身を正し、待つがよい。と。
Prepare yourselves and wait until then. To my mind, it was possible that they would back out. After all, God was killed and replaced. That was the hard truth. The people of Yasumizu had changed their values and outlook on life. Thus, the group that had gained power for God would know this truth and thus lose their power. However,
何時タズ
who are Yao? The false god asked that. It was old language. It was a simple question. Who are you? Among the many wolf actors here, the youths lying around us, and the three in front of us, two of which had backed away in panic. The elder in the middle stood out. His eyes were looking ahead. Beyond that mask, I could see unwavering black eyes and unshaken vigor. This wasn't the strength of a god. It was just strength of a human. He used it to face me head on. He used it to ask me whether I had what it took to end this mad conspiracy. That was the challenge of the very last boss.
春秋さん、どうするの？
Haruaki-san, what will you do? I'd lose if I said I did something bad. I'd lose if I showed any sort of hesitation. I'd lose if I stayed quiet for too long. I felt as if the mask was laughing at me.
神ならず、うにもあらずば黄昏れ。うべしいかでか、神の拝むべき。
Nay, neither are ye God nor divine child, ye be nothing. So then why can ye defy God? You are no god or divine child. You are no one, so why can you stand against God? That was a provocation. I knew this well. That was why I brought this over. I took it out again. The old wolf mask. The old man laughed.
神錆びて、神なきにせるかぐ土の。長ぬ大和になる神もなし。
Kagasuchi, who had killed God while he acted like God.
あいつ、さっきから何言ってるの？
What's he saying?
百人一首かな。
Sounds like poetry to me.
神錆びて、神なきにせるかぐ土。神のように振る舞って、神を殺したかぐ土。
Kagasuchi, who killed God while acting like God.
日のかぐ土は確かに神殺しの神。だけど、別に意図して殺したわけじゃないわ。
Kagasuchi, he is definitely God that killed gods, but it wasn't intentional.
燃え盛る体が生まれ落ちるときに、母たるイザナミを殺した。直接歌ってるのは、かぐ土じゃない。
He killed Izanami because his body was burning as he was born. He's not talking about that Kagasuchi.
かぐ土。かぐの土。愚かで醜いもの。神様ぶって、神を殺した誰かのことを罵り、非難する掛け言葉だわ。
Kagasuchi, Kagu no Suchi. That's a term for someone foolish and ugly. He was cursing and reproaching someone who acted like God and killed a god.
ヤマトはヤマト、なる神、つまり神なりは神なりの掛け言葉。
Yamato is mountain land, while Narukami and Kaminari becoming while Narukami was Kaminari becoming God.
山を眺めても神の力の啓示はなく、ヤマトの国にお前がなれる神はない。そういうことですら。
The mountain shows no signs of God's power, and the land of Yamato has no gods you can become. We'd already killed this god. After claiming that, saying we would take his place would be just wrong and self-contradictory. That was why the old man laughed. He knew he couldn't back out because of something like this. Well, that was the right idea considering the Shinai Fate's theology.
もう、割とそれは日本神話っぽいわよね。死んだ神はこっちの国にはいないから。
Well, that's very like a Japanese myth after all. No god had ever died in this country.
どういう
Exactly.
こと？間宮さん。
What do you mean, Mamiya-san? Indeed, this was the right time.
聖者と死者の領域が国で区切られてる。ほら、イザナギだってそうだったじゃない？
The border between the land of the living and the land of the dead is the country itself. That's how it was. That's how it was with Izanagi, you know? Indeed, this was the right place.
人も神も死ねば黄泉の国に行くのよ。
Humans and gods, everyone who dies goes to Yomi. This god existed. I had to thank Mamiya-san for the explanation later. I put on the mask.
愚か。
う
Fool.
るさいな。言ってやるからしかと聞け。
Shut up, just let me talk. It was a bit pathetic, but I would borrow your power
我
again.
の名前は、よもつ狼。
My name is Yumotsu Okami.
汝モーセ氏は狼。今はここにあらず。さればこそ我、狼にあらず。
If your argument that Okami is no more, then verily I, Okami, the great god, can also not be.
汝、狼ならば、我もまた狼なり。牛吉の地を治めたる、老面の神なり。
If you call yourself Okami, then just as well I am Okami, the great god, the wolf-faced god that had made in
い
Fushioshi.
や違う。ここは伏吉じゃない。黄泉だ。
No, this isn't Fushioshi, it's Yomi. Saranaga's mists were all around us.
ここに僕とあなたがいるからには、あなたも僕も死んだことに相違ない。
The fact that we're both here means that we both died.
さらば、次なる夕霧の日、来たらば、我ら、すなわち、
Then the god would answer and at any time the mist cometh. Then the god would resurrect whenever the mists come. What an appropriate thing to worry about. The solution was simple
いい
though.
なら。なぜなら今日を最後に、この山峡に黄泉の霧の立つことはない。
No, because the mists of Yomi will never come over this mountain again.
かなれ。
And why is that? So he wasn't satisfied with the direct answer to his argument,
な
huh?
らば、語ろ
Then let me speak.
う。僕とあなたの最後の物語を。
This is the final story between
あな
us.
た方の物語の続きを語ろ
The continuation of your story. After all, storytelling was my specialty. After the Feast of the Yomi Purge, the wolves left the village. However, then came the Saranaga mists, and the wolves rose up from Yomi to kill people. The people were scared and killed more and more people they thought to be the wolves' allies. The Feast of the Yomi Purge had become a fearsome massacre. But then it was found out that the wolves hadn't actually died. They had just fallen off the cliff, weakened, caught by someone, and locked up in a dark prison. That someone was the snake. Shinai-san had turned out to be the wolf. The snake was using the feast to create an uprising against the wolves. To the wolves, the snake said that the ones who went against God's will were the humans and continued to tell the people that the wolves are bad. The snake would then wear Shinai-san's clothes, appear before people, and control them completely using frightening words. However, the wolves weren't tricked at all. No, weren't tricked after all. Although the badger who'd come to the feast late came to their prison and told the wolves the truth. With the badger's help, the wolves escaped the prison and returned to the village. Regrettably, a lot of blood had already been spilled in the name of the Okami. The wolves were sad that their names would from now on invoke fear and hate among the people. Thus, the wolves chose to set things straight. First, they went to the dream of a human girl who was born with the blessing of the snake, only to be marked by the wolves and chased out of her home. They told her to use powerful smoke and fire to burn all the guardians. She believed their words, and after lots of trouble, she obtained the powerful smoke and fire from a faraway land. Then she returned back home and used it to burn down the snake and its fellow guardians. With them at last punished, the wolves took everyone on a journey far away. With that, Mujina the badger and the old god, who was once the wolves' servant, had now taken its place as the new eternal god of the mountain. One of the guardians, the crow, was allowed to stay and be the watcher of Yomi to prevent any from rising again. With that, Shinai-san was gone, leaving only humans, the crow, and the new god, bringing forth a new age of peace. The new god occasionally brings the mist as a reminder of the wolves. It's a good mist that protects people's dreams, takes away diseases, prevents fires, and promises prosperity, so the people began to love it when they came. However, misty nights were when the gods walked the earth, so the people cleansed, sheltered, and dreamed to not get in their way. Upon seeing that, the new god said, "Well done." And they lived happily ever after. As I finished talking, I felt I could hear God giggle with bizarre sort of amazement. Well, that was probably good enough. By the way, I'd chosen to say nothing about my daughter. I'd leave that part of the plot to the daughter herself.
だから、蛇のおのおの方、
So people of the snake,
僕もあなた方も、ここから去るべき時です。
the time has come for us to
黄
retreat.
泉の国を経由して、遠いところへ。
Let us pass through Yomi and go far away. With that conclusion, I took off the mask.
迎え火の、卓や煙の切り立ちて、雲となるらん、震え口縄。
The fire of Almighty God shall this old snake brain, where the old it yieldeth. Mist become clouds in the sky and release a rain of chains. Did it work?
今の歌はちょっと難しいけど、口縄は蛇のことだっけ？
I don't know, the words were a bit too complex for me, but I think I heard a snake in there. They were whispering to each other for a minute or two. Eventually, the masked old man began moving again, looked up, and spent a few seconds. After a brief but intense moment of prayer, he opened his mouth.
愛わかっ
Understood. The two seemed perplexed.
た。だから言うたじゃろうが、こんなもの、ろくでもないと。
I told you we shouldn't be doing this in the first
当
place.
主に逆らんのが身車の習いとはいえ、いい加減腹に据えかねたところじゃ。やめじゃやめ。
I know we were raised to not go against the head, but I can't stomach him any longer.
バカせがれに。墓の中のバカ親父は、因果応報というものを知るがよし、じゃ。
My stupid son and late father should know the meaning of karma now.
若造、慣れん芝居をさせたが、もう帰ってくるぞ。こっちはこっちで片付けておこう。
Youngin, sorry for making you act like that. You can go now. We'll take care of everything.
その、
Well, I wasn't sure how to respond.
しますよ。
Should I report you?
現状が来たらえらいことになるわ。
Things would be bad if the healthcare center came.
まあそうなればこの村は消えてなくなるかもしれんの。
Well, this village might disappear then.
そうなった時蓄えがないものはどうなるのか路頭に迷わねばいいが。
What would those without savings do then? I hope they don't go
こんな
nuts.
時まで安水の足元を見る。
You're still looking down on Yasumizu?
じゃん、そういうわけじゃない。
Shamie-chan, that's not
藤
it.
吉村の人たちには、それでも藤吉村という場所が必要なんだ。
Fujiyoshi people still need Fujiyoshi.
じゃあこのこと行動するなっていうの？
Wait. Are you saying we shouldn't report him?
まあ、そうですね。
Well, yeah.
待ってよ、やめてよ、こんな大スクープっぽいネタを黙れなんて。
Wait, no, stop. Don't make me keep quiet about such a scoop.
なんだかよくわからないけど。じゃあ、こうしたらどうかな。
I don't know what's what, but why not do this?
あの人たち、身車さんたちが、いろいろ悪いことをしているなら、それが
Let's
正
walk.
されるかどうか待って。
Let's watch if these people, the Miguramas, still keep doing bad things and see if we can fix them.
どうにもならなかったら、しっかり調べて立ち入ろうか。
But if it looks hopeless, let's investigate them ourselves.
いつものプロ根性は？
Hashimoto-san, what's with the sudden professionalism? He's always been professional, Mamiya.
どうもきな臭いからね。命の危険がある話には慎重になるのがプロってもんだよ。
It seems very fishy to me. To be a pro is to stay calm.
そう警戒せずともまあ見ておれ。
Don't worry so much and just watch.
数日のうちに新聞にでも出るじゃろう。どこかの田舎村で妙な事件が起きたとな。
You'll see something in the paper in a few days. Something about a strange event in a remote village.
おれ何を腰を抜かしておる。そこらに転がっとるもんを起こせ。撤収じゃ撤収。
What's wrong with you all? Get up, all of you. He turned around and threw away his mask. I couldn't see his face, but his long gray hair, large neck, and defined jawline, he told me that he was really vigorous for his age. The fancy mask he dropped made a clattering sound on the wood and gravel. God once again returned to the earth. As if he felt nothing about it, the old man didn't even turn around as he shouted at the wolf actors and left.
おじい様。
Oji-sama? I looked at Nechiemi.
荷車に孫娘などおらぬ。
The Migurama have no granddaughters.
さあさあ引け引け。
Now retreat. We watched as the wolves left without showing a hint of divinity.
おじいさんって
Oji-sama?
現当主はまだ身車つやみの実父のはずだから。
The current head should still be Chiemi Migurama's dad. So, I don't know.
先代はよそで暮らしてるって会ったことなかったし。
I was told that the previous head lives elsewhere. I never even met him.
そういえば戦時中にあった宴からしばらく40年くらい宴がない時期があったって聞いたな。
I heard that after the first feast, they didn't have another one for about 40 years.
霧が出なかったんじゃなくて、もしかして
Maybe it wasn't because there just weren't any
や
mists.
めよ。身車にいい人がいたかもなんて今は別に知りたくない。
Let's stop there at this point. I don't want to know if there were any good people among the Migurama. Alright.
それより今は事情を聞く気満々の間宮さんをどうするか考えた方が。
You should think about what to do with Mamiya-san. She really wants to know what's going on here.
宝生九子さん、実は僕あなたの記事のファンなんです。アップルページ1月号の雑煮特集見ました。
Kyuko, Jose, I'm actually a fan of your articles. I saw the New Year's super special report on January's Apple page.
嘘、初めて自分の記事の読者見つけた。ってごまかされるか。
Really? You're the first reader I've ever met. Wait, don't change the subject.
まあじゃあお二人の車まで道すがら話しますよ。多分もう危険はないですが、行きづらいでしょう。
Well, I'll just tell you as we head to your car. It's probably safe now, but it's hard to walk, isn't it?
確かにちょっと怖いね。
Well, it is a bit scary.
こっちには違法改造ショットガンナーがいますからご安心を。
Don't worry, we have a shotgunner with an illegal sawed-off here.
やめてよ。
Hey, stop!
つくづくいい性格の人のようね。いいわ、とことん付き合おうじゃない。
I see you're quite a character. Well, alright, I'll play along. And so, this misty night passed without any werewolves appearing. Not everyone made it out unharmed, but it seemed like a good ending to me. All missions clear. Now I just had to return. I briefly told Mamiya-san about the feast and that they helped prevent it. Well, she did wonder how I knew about it. I considered telling her about the looping mostly because it seemed interesting, but I was too tired to talk for that long. That was where I ended the interview. She made me exchange phone numbers, eager to interview me someday. We then met up with everyone in the hall, and we all went down to Saranaga. I looked around for Mako, but I couldn't find her anywhere. Though I noticed that my backpack was completely out of food. Some writing stuff was gone too, and there were some clumsy letters on the waterproof bag. Thank you. Okay. Thank you, Fusayuki-san. And that was it. I didn't get it, but I could only guess she was satisfied with something and just left. I was kind of worried though, but I had no doubts that she would grow up strong, and that no one would ever catch her again. Going down Saranaga on rubber boats was pretty easy. The fantasticalness surrounding us was very beautiful, enchanting, and I could totally understand why the people of the past thought this was Yomi. Eventually the mist ended, and so did the forest. Rikako-san was watching as the mist grew more distant. She was silently crying. Yeah. I might have taken her side if everyone in Yasumizu were irredeemable scumbags. The moment I thought that, Shamie and Haru-chan pinched my ass, like they'd just read my mind. Haru-chan supposedly could read minds, but she actually sussed it out herself this time. It'd be hard for anyone who's not Mochi to handle being her boyfriend. As we arrived at a crossroads and got out, I saw Mitsuji waiting for us with 3 4-wheelers nearby. Fuck, you're slow.
ごめん。もう夢は終わったんだよね。君の羊も戻ったの？
Sorry, the dream's over, right? Is your sheep back?
問題ない。
Yeah, it's all
よ
good.
かった。 心配した？
Good. Were you worried?
来たよ。何人かボートごと転身するしよ。
I was. Some of the others flipped their
申し
boats.
訳ない。その、狼様。
I'm sorry, Okami-sama?
この人、ただの羊なんで、気にしないでください。
Oh, she's just a sheep, so don't worry.
何言ってやがるいいのかよ。神だとかいう話だったろ。
What the hell are you saying? And what happened to the whole thing about being
この
gods?
メンバーにはバラして OK。
You can reveal it to these people.
ああ、そうかよ。道理でてめえがそうやって住人の前で、バカみてえに仮面抱えてると思ったぜ。
Oh, really now? So that's why you're carrying the mask right in front of them?
忘れるところだった。野里さん、これ、僕は演技に使いましたが、安水の祠から出土した人柱の遺物です。
Oh, I almost forgot. Nasao-sana used this for the act, but this is actually a human sacrifice relic I dug out in a small wayside shrine in Yasumizu. It is?
中には骨もありました。きちんと整理して、埋葬だか、展示だか、とにかく、お任せします。
There were bones there too. Clean it up, give them a proper burial, display them, do whatever you want there.
賜った。まあ、私に考古学だのなんだのの才覚はないのだが。
Understood. Well, I have no talent for archaeology.
そのうち、適切な人材が現れますよ。と。
You'll probably have fitting people come sooner than
そういえ
later.
ば、他の人は？
Speaking of which, where's everyone
もう
else?
勝原のホテルに着いた。そっからしばらく熱海行きのバスツアーにぶっ込むからな。ま、
They're
あとは任せろ。
they're in a hotel in Kachihara. They'll soon go on a bus tour to Atami. Well, just leave them to me.
マジで、どういう組織なんだ、君んとこは。
You really are part of that kind of organization, huh?
正義の味方。
Heroes of Justice.
すげえ元カノ持ってたんだな、僕は。
Wow, I've got got an impressive ex.
元カノ言うなバカ。まあ、てめえにも何かしら音沙汰があんだろうから、首洗って待ってろ。
Don't say that, you dumb ass anyway. You'll hear from us again, so better brace yourself.
は？ここまでして殺されんの？僕。
Oh, haven't I died enough?
言い方が悪かった。まあ、大ごとにはしねえようにするから安心しろ。
Sorry, poor herding. I'll make sure it doesn't get too crazy, so don't worry.
着去は解除しとく。
Then I'll unblock you.
許可よ。つくづくひでえとしか言いようがねえやつだよ、お前はよ。
You had me blocked. God damn, you just get shittier by the minute.
僕はまともだ。狂ってるのは世界だ。
I'm normal, it's the world that's insane.
悪い。乗ってくれ。
Oh yeah, get
い
in.
や、お二人って、
I mean, are you...
ああ、三峰光次。最近破局した噂の元カノで、正義の味方をやってるらしく、ここで偶然再会した。
Oh, Mitsuji Misamine. Hey, my ex broken up recently. Her job is an ally of justice, and we coincidentally bumped into each other here.
つ紹介してんだてめえ。
What kind of intro is that?
光次、芹沢千恵美さん。誰かさんの陰謀でループ地獄にはまった中で一瞬付き合って別れた噂の元カノでエア殺人鬼。
It's Mitsuji, this is Chiemi Serizawa-san. She got into a loop hell because of a certain someone and we dated each other for a moment, so she's the rumored ex. She's also a casual murderer. Oh my gosh! She has every right to slug him right now.
噂じゃない。っていうかやめてよ。あの壮絶な思い出の数々、そんな感じで簡略化すんのは。
Rumored, and stop putting all my pain into just 2 or 3 words.
ああ、その辺のあれは俺な のせいもあるし、何も言わねえにしても、相変わらず最低だな、お前。
Well, that was kind of my fault too, so I had no place to talk. But you're as bad as always, huh?
僕をけなしとけばいいって風潮は間違ってると思う。
I think dissing me shouldn't become a threat. It shouldn't become a
いい
trend.
からもう寝たい。
I just want to go to sleep
お
now.
風呂もできれば入りたい。
I want to bathe too.
春明様を殺したい。
I want to kill Haruaki Fusaishi
なん
sama.
だよ、この面白ご一行様は。
What are you, Three Stooges?
全く申し訳ない。
My
あ
apologies.
んたが保護者か。まあ、乗ってくれ。
So you're their babysitter? We'll get in.
春明、あんたはバイクあったけど、乗ってくか？
What about you, Haruaki? I know you have a bike, but do you want to
い
ride?
や、いいや、
No, that's fine.
ここで別れる。
Let's part ways
そう
here.
か。わかった。
I see, alright. Huh?
バカ。嫌いじゃないよ。
I really don't
春
hate.
明のこと。
I really don't hate how merciless you can be.
私らのことは気にせずに、素直になれば？
Stop minding us and just be honest with yourself. No.
たまには社に詣に来ませい。町のお方。
And come pay tribute at my shrine someday, city dweller.
はるちゃんはこっち向いて。ハッサンとやらはとっとと帰るといい。来るときは面白土産をな。
Haru-chan, look here. Hassan man, you can go now and bring something good when you get back.
またいずれ。
See you again.
ええ、
Yes.
他のみんなにも、よろしくじゃないか。僕はもう死んだことになってるし。
Tell the others that nothing I'm supposed to be dead.
じゃ、いいや、
Yeah, whatever.
おやすみ。さよなら。
Good night and goodbye. I said that and turned around. Dummy. That was the last thing I heard from them. Then I heard them no longer. Been a while, my beloved bike. Though I'd hop on it later. A power drive, some stream walking, cliff climbing, excavating, acting, fighting, negotiating. No day had been as exhausting as this one. I finally remembered that my hand was injured, but the fatigue numbed the pain. I'd just sleep. I really wanted some sleep. Alright, guys. I need a break to get a drink and possibly use the bathroom, so I'm gonna take a break right now. If you guys need to do so as well, feel free to do so. And if you want something to do while waiting for me, be sure to check out today's question of the day. If you don't see it, the command in the title of the stream while I'm live should bring it up, and I will check on that too when I get back. Alright, I'm back. Now let me check on chat here before we resume. Okay, looks like I didn't miss anything there. And what about here? Alright. Okay. Nothing there. So we are good to go now. Alright. So, I woke up surrounded by mist. I woke up next to a pile of corpses.
なんてね。寝すぎだよ、春秋さん。さあさあ早く、どっかに連れてってよ。
As if, wake up already, Haruaki-san, and take me somewhere far away. That kind of stuff wouldn't happen again. Nothing strange would happen in reality.
人狼なんているわけないじゃないか。
There's absolutely no such thing as werewolves. I whispered to no one. Then I gathered my stuff and left. The place where the convenience store was supposed to be was empty. It was all just forest. Of course, that was all just a dream. I didn't get lost anymore, but I felt like I'd soon forget this road. That was what dreams were like. Haru-chan's whole thing was just a juvenile delusion. Mitsuji's organization was just a public peacekeeping agency. God was purely psychological. There, all of that had to be products of reality. The endless Serenaga, the rotting Yomobito, the few monsters of certain someone's love. It was all a dream. That was how I'd chosen to look at it. And so I returned to my normal everyday life. One day. A while after that.
県郡富士吉村で村長が汚職で隕石辞任。
Mayor of Fujiyoshi Village resigns due to corruption
千
scandal.
原地方のペット業者が破産で大量の犬を処分。
A pet company in the Kachihara area goes bankrupt, has to put down lots of dogs.
これだけか？新聞見ろって割におとなしいな。
That's it? I expected more considering he told me to read it. After the incident, I gathered local newspapers and mimicked the previous Nasada family heads. Yet these were the only relevant reports I found. Though it wasn't nothing, it would be rash to underestimate this. A village mayor, probably a Migurama or someone related, resigning was something that simply couldn't have happened there before. Even if it had, it would be something that went unnoticed. The people would simply decide it through secret power struggles. This could only mean that there was something a lot worse than just corruption, and this made it out to the public because they simply couldn't hide it all. The same went for the pet shop. Migurama had really used rabies for the corruption. It would be national news. No, if the Migurama had really used rabies for the corruption, it would be national news. After all, it was basically a form of bioterrorism. Hell, with all the rabid dogs they had, the disease must have spread to other mammals like rats, according to what I looked up. If these rabid animals spread all over, Japan would no longer be considered rabies-free, and that would cost the country a lot. Otherwise, those were just unhygienic dogs trained in a weird way. Or maybe the elitists hid it to prevent panic and loss of resources. Well, there was Mitsuji's job too. I hadn't heard from them yet, and I got nothing when trying to call her myself, even though I sang the Buddha's Ash Rock. Well, whether government or secret organization, I hope her group did whatever they had to in the background. Apparently, the situation in Fujiyoshi was stable. There was a mayoral election, and the Nasato head ended up taking the post. The reason why they skipped the Higuchi was probably too complicated to release for the public. I was informed of this through an email left by Kinosuke Nasatoshi. He was outside the village right now, along with Rikako Uematsu-san. He'd rationalized this with his family by saying that he would seclude himself with her and keep the danger that was the Uematsu family away. Bold. He could easily contact his brother, current head and mayor, and get info from him, and I could probably learn more if I contacted them. But this was their problem now. If I went any deeper, I'd be just a rubbernecker. I did find out that life in Yasumizu carried on as always, which was good enough for me. Oh man. Did the fact that I'd been trying to copy the previous Nasatos mean that I still hadn't recognized the whole event as a dream? Or maybe I had some lingering feelings. I could still see her at the edge of my vision. Was it that hard for me to end it? Weird, my flashback was extremely vivid and still failed to leave me. Yo, self-proclaimed Haruaki-san. Yo. I almost screamed, almost. Pretty good house you got here, way above what other students have. Yeah, I guess. Oh, here's a present.
ご丁寧にどうも。生子まんじゅう。どこの名物なんだこれ。超興奮してきた。
Oh, thank you. Sea cucumber manju? Where do you get the treasure? I'm hyped as hell now.
ちえみ先生はどこから入ったのかな？
Chiemi sensei, how did you get in?
さっきいっぱい人が出てきたからオートロックはそれで抜けて玄関はなんか開いてたよ。
Lots of people left just now, so I slipped by as they went out. The auto lock didn't stand a chance. The front door was actually open too. They always came in droves, so I just left the door open. Friends?
編集者。
Editors.
実はさっきから気になってるんだけど、この真新しい本の山。
I've been meaning to mention that pile of new books.
憲本だね。
Complimentaries.
作家さん？
You're an author?
一応。
Kinda.
これテレビで見たことある。
I saw this one on TV.
こっちは学生説教で。
Oh, and this one in the student co-op.
全部作家の名義違うじゃん。
The authors' names are all different.
本名はどれかな？
Which one's the real one?
どうせ全部偽名でしょ？っていうか、久石春明って。
They're all fake, aren't they? And wait, Haruaki Fusaishi?
久石陽明。久石陽明。不在証明。アリバイのことじゃない。はい、ふざけてましたね。
Switch them to get Fusaishi, Haruaki. Haruaki can be read as Yome. Yume, Fusaishi Yume, Fusaishi Shome, that's Japanese for alibi. You were just messing around, huh?
ふざけたわけじゃない。あれは仕事をサボる時用のペンネームなだけだ。
I didn't. That's my pen name for when I'm barely working.
ふざけてる。いうか何それ、人気小説家？人生の勝利者じゃん。庶民なめんな。
You are messing around. And wait, you're a seriously famous author? You are a winner at life? Don't look down on us commoners.
一応締め切りと編集者と文才の枯渇に怯えながら細々と暮らしているんですが。
I'm actually living in constant fear of deadlines, editors, and writers' block. What's your real name? She chased me around my office and study for around a minute. Then,
まあいいですわ。
oh well.
そうだ。一体なんでここに？
Right, why are you here?
みっちゃんに住所を聞いて。
I asked for your address from Mit-chan.
みっちゃん？
Mi-chan?
辻さん、
Mitsuji-san.
なんで仲良くなってんですか？
Why are you two friends
あ
now?
いつだけはやめとけっていっぱい言われた。
She told me over and over and over to forget about you.
いよいよなんで来たの？
Seriously, why are you here?
あれから5社ほど落ちまして。
I've been rejected by 5 companies since then.
おう、それは気の毒な。
Whoa,
大
harsh.
学は軽く夏休みだったりもしまして。
And there's a summer break at
もう
college.
そんな季節か。
It's that season,
ち
huh?
ょっと気分転換が必要だな。そういえば二血してくれるっていうナンパな兄ちゃんがいたなって。
So I figured I needed a change of pace. That's when I remembered that there's a Casanova who said he'd be fine with taking me as a mistress.
ああ、夢の中で。
Yeah, in a
ち
dream.
えみは夢の中とは思ってないけど。
I don't think it was a dream. I don't think it was just a dream.
いいのかな？
You sure about this?
目の前にいるのはループの中で3人の女子に手を出したリアル狼だけど。
You're talking to a real wolf who looped around and snagged 3 women along the way.
あら大変。じゃあそばにいなきゃ。また殺せるように。
Oh dear, I guess I gotta stay by your side so I can kill you again.
言うじゃないか。
Big words.
いろいろあった甲斐あって、ちょっとはいい女になった？
Well, do you think I've become a better woman?
趣味は悪いと思う。
I think you have poor
お
taste.
互い様でしょ？
Pot, meat, kettle. Denying that would have pissed me off, so I said nothing. Point for me, huh?
じゃあ、先に10本取った側の言うことを何でも聞くって賭けをしようか。
You know what? First to 10 can make the other do whatever they
あ
want.
った。
Nope.
何を？
What?
ちえみちゃんは自称春明さんのルールを破りに来たんだから。
I came here to break your
こ
rules.
こから先は一歩もあげない。
From now on, I want to give, not just
一
get.
緒になったら二人でどこまでも狂っちゃうって言ってたっ
You said that we'd become more and more insane if we're together,
け？だっ
right?
たらちえみは春明さんの敵でいいや。
So I figured I'll be your enemy
優
instead.
秀な対戦相手、あるいはお邪魔虫としてずっとひっついていくよ。
I'll be your rival or just a thorn in your side.
神様。
What do you think, God?
いい度胸だ、人間。
How bold of you, human. She always smiled, while stuck out her tongue and ran off ahead of me. A cheerful, insane, weird girl. That was very scary and very interesting. I'd play along. I'd catch up to her.
じゃあこれかぶって。
Put this on
ち
then.
ゃんお下がり
Is this Mink
別
Chan's?
れてから買ったバイクですからヘルメットだって新品だよ。
I got the bike after we broke up. The helmet's new
そっ
too.
かそっかふむふむ
I see, I see.
なんだろう。
What?
とかぶる前にちょうだい
Give me one before I put this on.
我慢してたんだから
I've been holding back for so long. Crap, what a surprise attack.
そんなん言われたらするよ。
If you're gonna say that, I guess I'll just do it. Just as she asked, I kissed
おめ
her.
でとう。君はこいつに唇を奪われた13人目の女の子です。
Congratulations, you're the 13th woman to be kissed by this
お
guy.
めでとう春明さんは生まれて初めて中で敗北感を感じたため苦し紛れに過去のスコアを晒しました
Congratulations, you felt defeated by a kiss for the first time ever and revealed your score to try and save
行く
face.
ぞ。
Let's go.
はーい
Okay.
わお結構座り心地いいんだ
Wow, this is comfy.
速度はあんまり出ないけどね。足はステップ。手はベルトか底のフレームにかけて。
It's not that fast, though. Put your legs on the step and handles on the left, and hands on the belt or the frame.
オッケーあんま密着しないんだね
Okay, this doesn't bring us too close, huh?
運転中に誘惑してこないように。そのまま天国に行ってしまう。
Don't bother me while I'm driving, or we'll be knocking on heaven's door.
これは夜のお楽しみでしょう
We're saving that until tonight, huh?
やったぜ。
Woohoo!
まあ自称春明さんがまた事故って立ち往生とかしない限りですけど
Well, that's only if you don't crash and die again.
一応整備もちょっと勉強したぞ。早速原稿のネタにしたけど。
I learned how to do some maintenance, immediately used it in a book I'm writing.
春明さんが調子に乗るとかっこ悪くなりがちだから注意すること
You tend to become really uncool when you're too uppity. Keep that in mind.
知恵にはラリってぶっ殺さないように注意ね。
Well, you keep in mind not to go around, go on a random murder spree and kill me.
わお2だあとは2人ともリセットはもうないことを忘れずにってとこかな
Ouch, that one hurt. I guess we also gotta keep in mind that we don't have any resets now, huh?
違いない。
True. I turned on the engine.
じゃあ行くよ。
Let's go then.
オッケー
Okay. Just as the previous journey led to a dream we could no longer return to, this one would surely lead us to moments so great they could never be repeated.
その壁を貫いて
Alright. And that's Raging Loop, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Once these credits finish rolling, I'm going to call it. But I hope you all enjoyed it. I kind of did too. Though the ending here felt a little dragged on. Let's see. And with the completion of this, I'm going to take the rest of the week off. When I'll be back on again, I don't know. It'll probably be Monday. And I will be doing Genshin's new story content that came out while I was busy with this. And once I get through that, I don't know what I'll be up to. Because it's kind of a rough spot for me. Like I said the last time I was streaming, there are games that I'm interested in. And I did get a recommendation once, so you guys could say that I've got plenty of games to look into. The problem is, timing doesn't allow me to get new games at this point because I've got my birthday coming up, I'm going on trip, and then I've got other things to tend to. So it'll probably be Genshin, and I might do the extras of this VN, because there are some extras, but I'm not gonna do Revelations mode. But yeah, when I'm done with games like this, I usually go on to a random schedule, in terms of the game random, but just like down to once a week, probably twice a week, but once for sure, until I get a different game. And that's just the plan. If you guys do want to see Revelations mode, I think I've seen some people post footage of that, so you can watch that stuff. But otherwise, you can go through this with me again and through the VODs. Okay, so not quite yet here. Okay, it says unlocked Revelation mode. By setting it on in the options, you can replay the game with additional thoughts and flashbacks by Haruaki, as well as added scenes from other characters' points of view. Bah, I'll be waiting there. Ending true. Watch the hint corner? No. But yeah, that was Raging Loot. I thank you all for coming. If you are watching this on YouTube and you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and share this with anybody else that you think might enjoy this. And if you'd like the chance to chill with me again, be sure to hit that subscribe button and bell notification icon to hopefully be notified of when I'll be streaming again. As I was saying, while the credits were rolling, I don't know exactly when I'll be streaming again. I want to say Monday because I'll be taking the rest of this week off. But I usually keep people up to date on that stuff on the posts tab of my YouTube channel, so be sure to check there. And if you guys are watching this on Twitch, y'all know what to do. And speaking of Twitch, let's check on somebody to raid. It looks like an all creator Jason is on. He's playing Fantasy Life. He's pretty chill and cool. So we'll give him a raid. Give him my regards and tell him I'll be there when I can. And with that out of the way, I thank you all again for coming. Bye.